Okay, what is up YouTube? How are you doing today? Price action is still ranging and we are gonna try and make sense out of this range during the live stream, no, as we always try to do here on the live streams, as well as of course in the update videos. What's up everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you're from. Mark finally managed to catch the intro song again. What's up, Mark? Adrian, welcome. Good to have you here. Flotty, welcome, man. Good to have you with the orange hearts. Always with the hearts. Jeroen, welkom. Goed dat je erbij bent. Ook welkom in Diamond. Jeroen is the newest Diamond member here. Nick K, what's up? How you doing? Lucas, still sick. No walking for me 3 times in the last month. God has a personal issue with me. Oh, damn. It's the period. It's the period, right? Winter, cold months. Generally, people tend to get more sick. So I also still have that little like itch in my throat already for a couple of weeks now. So I don't know if I have to drink more water or whatever it is. I'm not sick. I'm not nauseous. I'm not having a full nose. I don't have anything. It's just that the little like, it's not like an itch. It's like a dried throat, but it's not. It's just, yeah, you know, you can feel it. And maybe I have to check in with the doc and be like, yo, do you have any like liquid stuff that that can fix this shit, you know? It's annoying when live streaming because then I sometimes have to cough, you know? It's the season as well. Urshof Lens, what's up? How you doing? Welcome from Orsbeek. Orsbeek. Wow, what a name. Orsbeek. I guess that's the right pronunciation. Welcome. CVD is moving like crazy. We're gonna check it out. Yeah, what's up, Raymond? How you doing, by the way? And nice comment you had recently. I liked your thoughts about the macro perspective regarding Bitcoin. Moes, welkom. Goed uit Nederland. Many Dutchies here, as always. Good to have you here, Moes. Kakuji, welcome. Morning from New York. Coffee and Coons. Gary is back at it again. New York. I heard recently, but I don't know if there's an official source, right? But I heard that because of the work pressure in New York, it's one of the unhappiest places because of the 9 to 5, the work, the stress, the traffic, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's true or not. It just, I engaged in conversation and someone mentioned it. So I thought it was interesting, but maybe Gary has more info. Rodney Cowden, welcome. So glad I found this channel second time watching. What's up? Welcome here. Your second time. You were here last time as well, indeed, because I remember your avatar. I still remember very well the NFT boom during the COVID years and the bust as well. But who knows, maybe it will boom again, right? Everything might go in waves. Sweet Hero Mining, welcome. What do you expect today's market movement? That is what we're going to figure out, no? That is the big question. Crypto Ser, buen dia desde Latin America. Look at you go. What's up, Crypto Ser? From Michigan. From Uzbekistan. Welcome, Messi. You got yourself a name there. You got a reputation to keep up. What's up, Thomas? Cheese, welcome. Coons Traders. Coons. Japan and Korea are worse. Yeah, so I don't know. I literally have no idea what country is the worst or what city, because we're talking cities, not countries. So another day of boring price action. Well, I'm not sure. We rejected at the point of control here and we just observed price action, but let's get to it, no? Let's get to it. XRP avatar. No, absolutely not. But wait, XRP avatar? I can only see the monkey. So it makes me think of the NFT period. But I don't know the details, of course. But that's just how I remember you being in the chat last time. So, okay, let's get to it, everyone. In this live stream, planning it to be like till like 3:30. Maybe we can catch like New York Open. Who knows? There might be some action today, hopefully. I mean, holy moly, man, this range. Yeah, what we're going to do, of course, we are going to cover these scenarios locally, sharing my thoughts here with regards to the probabilities as well. Now, as you've seen in the morning video, very locally here in this range, my probabilities haven't changed too much from neutral. Still observing, still checking, and not too much clarity. We did have a bit of a move up, which has a lower probability of being a wave C and a flat, this move here, because it is longer than twice the length of A plus B for an ABC flat here. So that is something at least that we noticed, which basically means the probabilities might be there for this to be the end of a wave C or a wave Y, interestingly. Yeah, but okay, let's get to it. Instead of starting somewhere in the middle of nowhere, let's start with the analysis. We are, please someone remember, we are starting at the 9th minute of the live stream. just so I know what to put in the pinned comment afterwards. Okay, let's start. Now, before I go into Elliott waves, first things first, I do think this volume profile is a good one to have on your chart. It's quite nicely respected. As you can see, it's the 1 hour chart pulled from this order block, and then all the price action on the right side of that order block is covered. The reason I chose this one is because over here, price moved to the downside, hit this range, but this range in return bounced on this order block. So that is why I like to have the range over here. Volume profile tool, very easily, just drag it to the right side. And we had the point of control over here, which is important resistance. It is also pretty much the only resistance I have on the chart above price, because if I open my stuff here, there's like nothing really going on. We are bouncing here on the current weekly point of control, 42625. But to the upside, if you can flip the point of control, move above, potentially retest and continue, the probabilities are nice to move to the value area high. But you can see the value area high is very close to the highs that we have over here, increasing the probabilities to just move towards the upside, right? So this is something that I think is very interesting from a range trading perspective. So as Elliott waves becomes sometimes very complex and more difficult to read in very condensed price action and certain ranges, I like to use other tools as well to get a better feeling of probabilities. And one of the tools I like to use is the volume profile, as well as CVD divergences. We still got bullish CVD divergences here as well. So yeah, I think that is something I at least want to share at the beginning. Are we gonna do a full run through from the high time frame? Let me actually, well, we might as well, like a mid, well, second day of the, of course, the high time frame macro, cycle macro and high time frame video is shared only 2 days ago. So I don't really think I want to go into this because all of you still remember. So let's jump into the local stuff instead. That's much more relevant. And for the high time frame stuff, nothing has changed. So we're going to cover, you probably already you can dream this scenario by now because we covered it so often. But just for context, as well as new viewers coming in, it is always important to remember where we are. When I start in the morning with my analysis, I always zoom out. I first go to the higher time frames and I zoom back in. And the reason I do it is that I remember where we are in the context on the chart, right? Where are we? So just for the sake of that question, I want to start here. Cool. Kenny, I'll answer your question in a second. Okay, let's go. So what we are looking for generally, I can actually put that on my chart, is this scenario here. No? Currently, this has a higher probability compared to the bullish scenario where we are looking for a liftoff in a 1, 2, 3. However, it doesn't really matter because inside wave B2 or X, or if we are looking for a 1, 2, and a 3 to higher prices, we expect the same price movement. We are expecting a first impulse structure to the upside in a wave A or a wave 1, a corrective structure to the downside, and then we look for continuation to the upside in a B2, X, or a wave 3. So the movement of price is the same. Once we get the second leg to the upside, that is when we can reassess the probabilities based on impulsivity, based on the sub-degree structures, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll get to certain probabilities. But at the moment, in the context of where we are on the chart, this scenario here has a higher probability compared to the bullish scenario for impulsive continuation to 49 point whatever K highs. Now the common target for your wave 2 in this scenario for a bigger impulse to the downside is the 05786, 438, 468K, and for a B and X it is the 05 to the 886, 438, 479K pulled from the high to the low, right? And then we're looking for a C3 or a wave Y. Very much just depends on whatever we get once price moves to the downside, because this move down here can be counted as an ABC in a wave W. However, it can also be counted as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not completely clear. I guess that the ABC looks a little bit nicer per se, but Elliott wave wise, it's very close. Reason is that if you look for an ABC, wave B only retraced to the 0.236 Fibonacci taken from the high to the low of A, which is rare for a wave B. And if you count this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 5 is extended, that's less common, and wave 4 is quite long compared to wave 2 as well. So that has an impact on the probabilities. Besides, by the way, if this is an ABC in a wave W and we get an X, your wave Y can also be a triangle, which would be horrible because you're going to be ranging for a very long period of time. Can also be a flat and of course a double zigzag to the downside in a zigzag W, X and then a Y, as long as price does not retrace to the 0.7 Fib sitting around 46K. So that is an important little detail. More locally, that means we are looking for this. Invalidation is below and we are looking for an ABC or a 1, 2, 3. The longer, and I mentioned this for the first time in the morning update, the longer we are ranging over here, the lower the probabilities become that we actually move to the downside. Now for a wave B as well as a wave 2, where price is at the moment is perfectly fine, right? A wave B compared to an A can be very long, can easily be 3 times longer than a wave A. And this is the 2 Fib time here, right? Fib times taken from the low to the high. These Fibs also taken from the low to the high here. So it's definitely no problem to continue ranging for a while. It's just that over here, if we are thinking about, for example, a flat in an ABC, this sideways structure is starting to become quite long for a B if this is your A for an ABC and then a move to the downside. So it's more like on a lower time frame that things start to take quite long now. But what you actually want to see in a B or 2 is a retracement inside this area, no? 382 to the 886, target for wave B, 39.1, 41.8, target for 2, 05786, 39.6, 41.1K. This low here did not hit the 0.382 and was made before the 0.382 here as well. Probability wise, that is not great, but then again, it really depends on also what we see locally. The probabilities from an Elliott wave point of view would suggest that you still come down inside this area before starting a C or 3 to the upside. All we can do is trade probabilities, look at probabilities. We don't know what will happen next, but it is very uncommon for price to have a retracement that does not hit the 0.382. Funny enough, of course, over here, if you look at an ABC, this wave B did not hit the 0.382. But it is very rare for something like this to happen, which is why we also consider an impulse, where then this retracement for wave 4 was this 382, 236, 382 area, which is common for a wave 4. So therefore, I continue to keep an eye on this structure, and then we expect C or 3 to the upside, right? Now, 2 scenarios that we keep an eye on, of course, is a flat. And I have no organization here in my folders. Where's all my stuff here? Should have done this before actually starting up. There we go. One of the scenarios where we can still look for lower prices is a flat, which is quite interesting, as you then create a fake out, grab the liquidity, and then move to the downside impulsively. you will then also online might start to hear about, hey, we have a finished ABC and we could go to lower prices below this structure here. Now, what we don't want to see is if this would be an ABC, right, and this is your low here, the common target for your wave C of a zigzag is all the way up here. So if price would continue all the way up here and then reject to the downside, then yeah, you have a solid argument. You have a finished ABC, you could come down. If price is rejecting in this area between 44K and 45K pretty much for the target area of a wave B, and we start moving down back inside this range or below this range, probabilities are higher that this move to the downside is a wave C and not the end of a three-wave corrective structure for much lower prices. In other words, probabilities are then higher. You are in a corrective structure and still expect more upside afterwards, right? So this is something to keep in mind with regards to if we do get a move to the upside, how high is that move going to be? In a flat structure, you look for a 3-3-5, three-wave move in A, three-wave move in B, preferably a zigzag structure, and then a 5-3 and a 5, target area mentioned earlier, and then you look for a wave C to the downside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting support to the downside, we have a weekly at 41.5K, and also down here we have a blue box between 39.9K and 40.1K. To the upside, by the way, resistance, blue box here 43.9, 44.7, and the blue box above 45.9, 46.7K. But if we do make it up here, low probabilities, you're still in a wave B. Higher probabilities, you are in that ABC to the upside, or potentially 1, 2, 3, but at lower probabilities. So yes, if price moves up, we observe the reaction. I'm not interested in setting limit orders. I want to see what price does. I want it to show me weakness, right? I want to see proof of resistance. More so because this target area for your wave B is also in the middle of the daily gap. And on the daily time frame, we have a gap over here. And we have been grinding against this gap. This was the first touch, rejection, and we came back and again and again and again. And we are just pretty much like ranging below resistance, one can argue. So if you do enter the gap, there is the probability, of course, to fill the gap to the upside. For the gap traders here, you'll know that the moment you start closing daily candles inside the gap, it also increases probabilities to fill the gap to the upside. So 45.5K is the high of the gap. Also have the golden pocket here from the high to the low. So that is a level to keep in mind if price moves up. So that is why over here, we need to see weakness for this wave B. That can be anything depending on your trading strategy. Maybe for you, it's a market structure change on the lower time frames. It can be bearish CVD divergences. It can be RSI divergences, right? Because a wave C and then a local ABC, wave C should be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe you see some RSI divergences or MACD, MFI, candlestick patterns, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Volume slowing down, right? Anything might help you. Now this is the bullish scenario on the micro, because we first take the highs before we take the lows. During the morning video, I also explained the bearish scenario in more detail than I will do now, as in the morning update I had an 07 here, 07 Fibonacci here, I had the 09 here as well, all Fibonacci levels. These Fibonacci's, the 09 and the 07, were taken from the high to the low, and this 07 was taken from the low to the high. Reason I had them on the chart was because of the following. Shortly, if we are looking for an A, B, C to the downside, right, in a 3-3-5, because you can't have a 5-3-5 zigzag because of the three-wave nature here of your wave A, then wave B needs to retrace to the 09 Fibonacci, which it has not done. None of what you see over here, nothing retraced to the 0.9 except for the scam wick, which we don't count. Because no other chart actually got that wick. So if I drag it to the right, you can see the 09 has been hit. Don't focus on this wick, right? It's not important. It's about the red candle afterwards, which did and didn't hit the 09. So the 09 is not touched, so we can't think about a flat structure. 0.9 is a minimum target for a flat. which means we are stuck with a WXY. When we think about a WXY, there is 3 scenarios if wave W is a zigzag. You can have a double zigzag, WXY, but you don't want price to hit the 0.7 Fibonacci. If at the moment it hits the 0.7 Fibonacci, it really decreases the probabilities for a double zigzag. Clearly, price has hit the 0.7 Fibonacci a lot of times. So it really lowers the probabilities. You are in a WXY double zigzag. Which then means that if we are looking for a WXY, this wave Y has 2 options left. We are looking for a triangle or a flat. Now for a triangle, it's relatively easy. You're just going to continue the range. It's very unlikely at the moment you're going to take this low if you're going to go into a triangle shape. Or you have the flat scenario. Now let's talk about that flat scenario for your wave Y, right? For a flat scenario in Y, this wave X has to move. I currently put wave X over here purely for the example of, hey, if this is a wave A, B, wave C, your wave C is very short, right? 5, 3, 5. Wave C went just above the 0.618. That's a rare target for C, but your common target is here. It's very rare for a wave C to not at least go to the common target. Yeah, and let me have a think here. I should actually get the scenario of Bruno on. If you have an ABC and it does turn out to be an ABC, this wave Y can still be a triangle here. This is then your wave A, right? Then you're going to have your wave B, C, D, E, and then eventually you move to the upside. And someone that basically made this in more detail was Bruno. Not sure if Bruno is actually here. There we go. But Bruno in Discord, Bruno, he made this, pin pan as he's called. And this is pretty much what you're then going to be looking for, right? This is in a bit more detail, very nicely executed, by the way, Bruno, congrats. So yeah, it looks very nice. And this is what we've been talking about, that, well, if you are going into a triangle, you would expect the range to continue, unlikely you take the low. So yeah, you're just going to be going sideways for a while, no? The moment we think about a flat, if this is the high of your X, you're still going to take the highs first before taking the lows, which then is going to mimic the bigger flat I just explained, right? This scenario, it's going to get it's very similar. So yeah, same price action pretty much. So we don't really have to make too much of a distinction between the two. But if we look for a flat in wave Y, like already, then your X has to move here. And this has to be a wave A, B, and a wave C. Now this now became, this now got lower probabilities because of the price action we have here to the upside. So if we are looking for that flat in wave Y, we get to the probabilities in a second from the different time frames. If your wave X is here, you have your A, this has to be a 3 wave in a B, and then you need a C to the downside. A C is an impulse, so you need to count an impulse, diagonal, or a double 1, 2. If I go to the 15-minute time frame, this can be an impulse. This part over here, very unlikely to be part of an impulse in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's your wave 2? It's much more likely this over here is a wave 1, and then everything after is a 2. However, we then have to think about a flat. 1, 2, you want to see a 3 to the downside in C. A, B, C, flat structure. We have a little bit of an issue here. Take a fib time from the start of, let me put this on the chart for people that might not know all the details. So we are then looking for this, right? And then you have your 1, your 2, and you look for a wave C to the downside, which then is an impulse, right? However, if you take a fib time from the start of A to the low of B, right? Then this move to the upside is longer than twice the length of A plus B, the 2 fib time, which is not what you want to see in a flat structure, meaning it reduces the probabilities that this move to the upside is a wave C, which therefore increases the probabilities this move to the downside is not a B, right? But it is a wave C, a wave Y, and potentially an X and then a WXY, but that's also unlikely. So let's remove the X. So basically a C or a Y. But that would mean that this low is an ending low, starting a new structure to the upside, which then potentially is another three-waver, if we look at the triangle that Bruno had as well, right? Or you look for continuation, something to keep in mind at least. So when we look for an ABC in a flat and we want to see to the downside, we need to get a hurry on, right? It needs to go a little bit quicker than what we're doing at the moment. Besides, wave 2 over here is not that great for a wave C. Move this up a little. If this would be your high and you go down for a 3, then your usually minimum target is the 1.618, which is below the common target area for your wave C. Not ideal. The only rule officially is that wave 3 is not allowed to be the shortest wave. So of course you can have a 1, 2, 3, 4 and then a short 5. That's absolutely fine. But probability wise, at the moment, not too great that if you do move down, it's a wave C. But generally, probabilities are higher, as mentioned, that this is an ending structure. So a C or a Y, and that you are creating at least another three-wave move, if not potential continuation to the upside. Now, if we look for a diagonal, you have a flat here. That's not true, because we're looking for an ending diagonal in wave C, so that you have to have a three-wave structure to the downside. Ending diagonals, all of the waves are three-wave structures, zigzag structures, right? So we have a zigzag in a 1, you need a zigzag in 2, zigzag in 3, zigzag in 4, zigzag in 5, and that creates your diagonal, right? Still potential to get an ending diagonal structure, but it is a slow grind to the downside, and we keep an eye on the time of wave C, of course, compared to your A and your B. All of the waves have to be zigzag structures though. So ABC, and then you need another, maybe ABC, that would be another short C, and then you want another way ABC, etc. No? That would be the only wave C flat count here that could work. Which pretty much means that a diagonal is a ranging grind to the downside without very strong impulsivity in a wave 3. So of course in that case you are going to move down, but it's three-wave structures. Of course it's impulse, correction, impulse, impulse, correction, impulse, impulse, correction, impulse. So the impulses might be scary, but nonetheless it's then higher probability of being a diagonal. Important, by the way, for more upside, I'll mention it again for people that missed it at the beginning. You have a point of control here. As long as you're not flipping this point of control, I'm not interested in looking for upside. This is your strongest resistance above price. If you can flip this, close above, retest, continuation, yeah, that's interesting, because then we can look for the highs, no? At the moment, we are below. Cool. So we explained this. That has been explained as well. CVD divergences. We have bullish CVD divergences. Also bullish CVD divergences here. Higher low in price, lower low on the CVD. Target was this high here. Avoid the scan week. So this high, which has been taken. Right. So these bullish CVD divergences already played out, but price came back down again, creating bullish CVD divergences, and as it was grinding to the upside, some more bullish CVD. This one already played out, so we can remove this one. And the bigger one here has the target this high. The moment it takes the high, it played out. If price moves below the double bottom, it's invalidated. Now, if we look at the CVD divergences, then you can see, oh, we actually got more bullish CVD here now, by the way. Higher low in price, lower low in yellow. Look at this CVD divergence here. That's a big one. So here, higher low in price, lower low on blue. That's the bullish CVD divergence. And here, let's have a look what's happening. We took this 5-minute order block here, which means that on the 5-minute time frame, we do not have any bearish CVD divergences. No, but we do have the bullish one. Something to keep an eye on, I suppose. Let's see how big the retracement is here so far. 0.5. And that is pretty much it. So if we then look at the probabilities of the different scenarios, while I also put stuff in place here, then on the 4-hour chart, probabilities from an Elliott wave point of view still suggest you are not yet finished with your wave B or 2. Just because it's very rare for price to not hit the 0.382 as a minimum target. If it does move up, probabilities are higher for a wave C compared to a wave 3. But generally, right, probabilities are higher for price to move into this area to finish your B or 2 before continuation to the upside. Time-wise, price can still range even longer than the 2 fib time, but the longer it takes, the more probabilities for a B. This low here did not touch the 382, finished before the 382 fib time, lower probabilities, that is the end of your B or 2. It's all probabilities. So based on the rules of Elliott waves and the probabilities, those are the probabilities. Now in this range here, I spoke about the volume profile, which I think is one of the most important tools at the moment to keep an eye on, because of the point of control that is now resistance. Flipping that would be good for bullish scenarios, where probability-wise the only bearish scenario is an ABC at the moment here, right? If you're going to take the lows with a diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you look for a wave Y in a continuation in a triangle, which is the scenario that Bruno had. This one here, right? You just go and have another triangle to work with. So basically that's a continuation of the range. But eventually you then take the highs before taking the lows. That is then the probabilities, no? We got the bullish CVDs as well. So, as mentioned in the morning update, the probabilities in this range are neutral / upside. There is not yet a strong, like 90-10 type of probability, right, for upside downside, but we're getting there. Especially if price is going to range here for a longer period of time, the probabilities will move up to take the highs before the lows. You want to see the point of control taken though. But that is the local range. So zooming out on the 4-hour, preferably see a bit more downside at a later stage, where of course we have the flat scenario that we can still work with. Keep in mind, we want to see proof of resistance. More locally in the range, the only potential bearish scenario is if you put X here, you're going to look for either a triangle, because a double zigzag to the downside doesn't work. Very low probabilities, you're going to have a double zigzag. So you're going to have a triangle or a flat, but if you go for a flat, it's very similar to the bigger flat anyway. So in other words, continuation of the range. If you put your wave X here, you could be looking for an ABC flat. The only real option would be a diagonal to the downside, which is a slow grind down, which will be easy to recognize if we do get a diagonal. And it's unlikely you're going to flip the point of control like this, right? move above, retest, continuation, market structure change up. And you have to invalidate the bullish CVD divergences as well. So yeah, neutral / upside here. Not often am I very neutral in my probabilities, but this range by now has been going on for so long, it doesn't really make sense to really count this in a lot of detail for me. I just wait for price action to show what it wants to do, and therefore I used other tools to keep an eye on the probabilities. Point of control is clear resistance, no? So yeah. Yeah, so that is pretty much it, no? I guess a final thing I do like to add as well is in the bearish scenario for a flattened Y down, ABC, it means that inside your X, you have a WX 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? ABCDE triangle at the end. It's still I can't. It's still awkward to count this as a 3-wave structure to the upside compared to a 5-wave move. So, but if this is a, if it's awkward to count as a 3-waver, it's very difficult to count this as a 3-wave structure. But if probabilities are higher, this is a 5-wave move. You want to see a partner leg, unless this is your partner leg. But if this is your partner leg and X moves to the right, you're going to be looking for a triangle or a flat, but then you're going to take the high anyway. So then the probabilities would be higher to take the high before the low. Yep. Okay, let's keep an eye on the range. I do like the puzzle of Elliott waves when it gives us price action like this. But what is very important, and I actually told this to Silver last night, is I stop zooming in too much. Because what tends to happen, especially when an Elliott wave trader is a bit newer, like a more beginning, is I'm trying to find the pose, is that they zoom in when they don't really are able to count every detail and every move nicely on a 1-hour time frame. They zoom into the 50-minute trying to make sense, and if it doesn't work, they go to the 5 and then the 3 and the 1. While the recommendation that I can give from my experience is, instead of trying to count all the little waves, once a range really starts to take long and things might not be 100% anymore, right? Because, for example, if this is an ABC, your C is very short, this ABC, another C that's very short, right? It's best to zoom out instead of zooming in and wait for price to show what it wants to do and use other tools as extra confluence for your scenarios. So, oh yeah. This is what I wrote last night. This is where I said, like, zooming out instead of zooming in. And just waiting to get more clarification, be patient, feeling neutral at the time, just being an observer. So, Lama Larek, yeah, a triangle is absolutely a possibility. There is the possibility for a triangle here, right? A, B, C, D, E. This would be a triangle, or you could have a triangle here now. But both of like that scenario, if you go into a triangle here, it's probability-wise the same as you take the highs before the low. So it's the same as what Bruno had here. So yeah, let's keep an eye on the chart. Wait, I remember at 9 min. There we go. And now I need to quickly do this and then go back so that I have a little bump. There we go, so I can pin my comment. Ta-da. Else I can't pin it because of the icons here. So I can't click on the 3 dots. Okay, let's have a quick look at what you've been writing here. Where were we? We were here. What's up, Abuzny Sok? What's up? Welcome. Good to have you here. Such a long range. Hope for some action soon. Don't we all? I think you speak the words of many. Of course, we had some action during the range in general, right? Especially the beginning was nice and impulsive, and then you move back up. That was nice as well. Here, the move we had to the downside. I was speaking in Amsterdam yesterday. I'm a global keynote speaker for the ones that don't know, but I had a local gig in the Netherlands, and I was traveling and then speaking in Amsterdam. So I had no idea this was happening till only when I traveled back in the evening. I realized, I opened the chart and I was like, oh, we're back here again after hitting the point of control that I had on my chart of this range. It was a great touch, great resistance, and then a move to the downside. That's pretty cool. Am I invited to the wedding? That is where we were. Unfortunately, maybe I will put some online stuff out there, so you're online invited. But our offline invitations are already sent and done, and yep. But I won't live stream this stuff, but there will be pictures, of course, that I will show you guys, and on my Instagram I'll make sure to keep up with the story, like through the stories and stuff. Mr. Seep, welcome. How you doing? Newest member, by the way. Mr. Seep joined Gold, learning Elliott Waves. Gold is an Elliott Wave course, and Mr. Seep, his favorite number is 17, and he joined the party to learn Elliott Waves in the Gold course. So what's up, Mr. Seep? Tomorrow, by the way, Wednesday. Let's see. Yes, tomorrow night is Mr. Seep is the feedback and Q&A stream. Afternoon, happy to quickly join. Hope you had a good weekend. I had. Thanks, Mr. X. Welcome as well. Good to have you here. Blaser. A triangle. Yeah. The problem I have is I don't like triangles unless your wave 4 is in. The problem with many triangles, which you see online, I bet there's going to be some Elliott Wavers that count triangles the moment that price is condensing. The moment they see something like this, they're like triangle. The problem I have with this is that very often, unless your wave 4 is in, the probabilities are there for a WXY. What happens regularly is that you will have a triangle shape. So when people pull some trend lines, they see a triangle and they're like triangle. But there's of course a set amount of rules for a triangle. And what is nice about the fact that many people can see the triangle is that very often it gets fake outs. Because it doesn't follow the Elliott Wave rules, but people do put the trend lines on the chart and are like, oh, look, a triangle. So a triangle has quite a high fake out rate, and I don't really like to look for triangles as long as I don't have to. I prefer to look for other structures, and the triangle would be my last bet. So of course, in a triangle, all of the waves have to be zigzag. If one wave is complex, it's a wave C or D, which then is a double zigzag or a triple zigzag. And then you can even have a triangle in wave E as well, which extends the triangle. So in this case, what you're then going to be looking for is your A, your B. A, your B. That must be your B. And then you need either your C in, or your C is going to be lower. And then another D, E. So you're not even close to yet ending the triangle, because you're not at D. So unless price is gonna make a D here and move up, and I prefer to stay away from triangles because the WXY probabilities are higher till the moment a wave 4 of a triangle is actually in, and that is the moment where, hey, if we then start to see the characteristics of a triangle, that's the moment where I would switch. Yeah, at the moment, this is your A, this is your B. Reason this is your B is because it took the high over here. This is a scan wick, so it took this high. So this cannot be the high of your B, C, D, because D took the high of your wave B, which is not allowed. So this has to be your B. And then you're going to be looking for a C, D, E. So we still range, which is the same scenario as when you look for a W, X, and then a triangle in Y. Is quite similar in price action, because you just continue to range. So I prefer to wait. It's a good question. It's a good question. But this is the reason why I don't switch too quickly to triangles, because the problem is that the moment people see price condensing in the form of a triangle, I should even say that differently. It's not even the shape of a triangle. The moment people can pull trend lines that are converging towards one another, whatever happens here, they're like triangle. I prefer to be very patient with the triangles and keep the WXY in mind, at least. So it's definitely a valid scenario, but for me it's too early to call a triangle at the moment. So it's a good scenario, Blaster. I absolutely agree. And it is a scenario we keep in mind. If it is a triangle eventually, then it can only be a wave B, because a wave 2 is not allowed to have a triangle. So that is interesting, because then of course what we're looking for is a wave A, a B, and then a wave C, and then more downside. But at the moment, yeah, bit early to call the triangle for me. What's up, Skywalker? Time alone. How are you doing? You too. Welcome. Good to have you here. Almost forgot to smash the like button. Mark. Koens forgot to tag us. Oh shit. I actually think. Wait, did I forgot to even put the live stream in the channel? Oh no. Oops. I now tagged you. Oops. Late tag. Forgot. Gotta get used to it. Oops. Already I'm 1 hour in. Sorry, John. Mate, what does RPOC mean? Some kind of volume profile? It's the point of control. And an RPOC is a range point of control. So what I have on... Whoa. That's sometimes what happens as well. What I have on my chart are point of controls, and sometimes I will have an RPOC, which is a range point of control, which means it's not related to time. So when I open the NPOC folder, sorry, holy moly, my voice. So I have daily naked point of controls. So these are point of controls related to the time, like a daily time frame. So in a certain day, volume has been traded. The highest volume level of that day is the point of control of the day. And if the day afterwards did not touch the highest volume level of the previous day, you can label it as a daily naked point of control. Support resistance level. Same with the higher ones. Right, forget about the current weekly and current monthly. These are not interesting. we are looking here because they move. These are also volume levels, but also time frame related, weekly, monthly. But then at times, what you'll see me do is create a point of control which is related to a range. So if I pull a range here and I turn extend right off, then this was the point of control that I had on my chart the past couple of days. As an important level. And this is then a RPOC, range point of control. It's not related to a time frame, it's related to a previous range, a previous volume area. Now here, yeah, we got the scam wick moving into the point of control, but that's not interesting to me. And this candle didn't hit it. Here we did, which was very nice. So we actually wicked into this area and then moved to the downside. So also in the previous updates before we moved up, this was one of the resistance areas. Remember, we had two resistance boxes here. We had resistance box 1 and resistance box 2. And then we had the point of control. Now it moved through the boxes, but it rejected at the range point of control here. Enjoy your day, Mark. Thanks for hopping in. What's up, Mateus? How are you doing? Hope you're better. Hope you're good now. All healthy. What's up? John, can you check the 1 min for leading down? Does it fit new rules? I don't know if it fits the old one. On the 1 minute. That is a typical John time frame. A leading diagonal. I guess you're talking about this structure here. Or this one here. No, it must be this one. Oh boy, I rarely ever go to 1 minute. This is the John time frame. Now, first of all, this has to be. You'll have to count it like this, because this is a lower low compared to this one. Or your 1 is here and this is your 2. It's also possible. But then your wave 3 is probably shortest, thinking about it. Shorter. Yeah, so you have no option. It has to be this one. So your wave 3 is longer than your wave 1, yes. Your wave 5 is shorter than your wave 3. I can't deny it's a very awkward diagonal. 5, correction. Where's your 5 here? This is more like a 3-wave structure, but then you need a 3-wave structure in these 1 minute candles. And then you also need a 3-wave structure here in the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this a 3-waver? Is this a 3-waver? So I guess there's an argument. But nonetheless, a wave 3 being actually longer than wave 1 is still low probabilities. It doesn't happen too often. But it's not necessarily wave 3 longer than 1. It's how do you count this? Where all the waves are the same structure. 1, 3, and 5 are either a impulse or a zigzag. But wave 3 is really awkward here. You can't count wave 3 here as an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doesn't work. So if wave 1 is a 3-wave structure somehow, then it could work. Yeah. But that is very low time frame stuff, no? That's John time frame. I'm with the short C because news happens in the middle of A and extended it a lot. Oh, here, the short C, this one, yeah. But then you would end the structure here. And this is another ABC up, or yeah, or this is then your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember in the diagonal I spoke about earlier? So that would mean you're going to take the lows. Most important resistance, quite simply, you have to flip this. If you want to be bullish, this is your resistance on the chart. Yeah, as long as you don't flip that, I mean. Holding myself to not join the trade, sticking to my plan, and that's exactly the way to go, right? If there's no, if according to your plan there's no setup, just stay out. You know, there's always going to be a future setup. The length of your yes. So even if we had 41k, unlikely at 2. Correct. I agree. Alt pushing my biddy bias to ranging and triangle. There is the potential. What's up, David? Welcome. Second time here. How you doing? Good to have you here, David. Appreciate your second time spending some time here during the live stream. Gabriel, typical for a big wave 4. One more high by April at 52.54k. That is one of these scenarios. April, it's now Fab. I mean, we need to get a bit of a move on. The move up can be impulsive or an ABC, but probabilities at the moment suggest an ABC. If you wouldn't go down another time, April might be a bit soon for those type of price levels. But it's difficult to predict months in advance. We have the higher time frame scenarios, of course, but yeah, we remain patient. I know, right, Mateus? True. What's up, Ramjack? Rodney, thank you. Like me, I wish you good luck as well. You never know what you might need it for. No? Malone, not sure, is there a triangle setup on the 4-hour chart? I think I just covered the triangle, I guess, based on the question I had earlier. Highly relatable, but still good to count 1 minute for entries. This depends on your style. For me, the 1 minute for entries is incredibly unreliable. I prefer to use 15-minute and more. I suppose I'm on with Elliott Waves more of like swing. I'm not trying to put enter on a 1 minute. I use the 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour. So if I trade, at least if I trade Elliott Waves, it's usually a bit higher time frames, 1 hour, 4 hour, maybe the 15-min to look for entries. And with my main strategy, right, with like the very clear structured personal developed strategy that people in Diamond trade, that is a 15-min preferred time frame stuff like day trading. So I'm absolutely certain also with what John is doing is that the 1 min can give you very good entries. But for me, the way I trade and how Elliott Waves, how I use Elliott Waves in my analysis and stuff, the 1 min is, I don't use it. Some people will be able to use it, but I prefer to have, bigger stop losses and bigger targets, longer trades. You can, of course, have a longer trade idea and then try to enter on the 1 min. But yeah, it's just not my style. It's not my cup of tea. Welcome. What's up, Yannick? We're focused on Bitcoin here on the channel, as you'll maybe know as well. So there will be a big altcoin stream coming still. Still have to do the announcement as well and plan it. 5-6 hours of altcoin analysis. But yeah, we're on the channel. Less is more, mainly focused on Bitcoin. Ephraim Tefera, welcome. What is the difference between RSI divergence? Are they the same? No. RSI is a momentum indicator. CVD divergences show you market orders and market sellers, and it shows you absorption with bigger limit orders. So, and CVD divergences are, in my opinion, a lot easier to use as confluence for good setups compared to RSI. But this is a personal opinion, because an RSI divergence, if you have a couple of 1 2 1 2 1 2s, you get a 3 4 5 4 5 4 5s. First RSI divergence, second RSI divergence, more RSI. So it's very difficult to like the momentum goes down, but at 35k, by the way, with the move up, we had the first RSI divergence and we moved all the way up to pretty much 50k. So, but with CVD, in my opinion, more reliable and easier to trade with. At the 35k area, we still had bullish CVD, bullish CVD, bullish CVD. So we were still building more bullish CVDs to look for more upside. And once price turns, we start to get some more bearish CVDs as well. They come into the picture slowly. And in my opinion, CVD is just a much better tool, much easier to use for actual trade entries compared to the RSI. But this is a personal opinion, because the RSI can be like amazing if it's part of your strat, especially with Elliott waves, with a wave 3 or wave 5. But just know that you can have a 3-4-5 and then another 4-5, and the momentum just goes down, but price keeps going up. So it's very difficult to know, like, when are we actually turning around here? So if you want to know more about CVD, I do recommend on YouTube, I have a video which is called CVD. If you, or at least if you look for CVD, you will find the video between, on my channel. I also have a one-pager here in Discord, so you can download this one here. Also here is the video to, like a link to the video, and it explains how to use it. And my template is here as well. Link, template, and how to get it on your chart. So yeah, for me the CVD is better, but that's personal preference, I suppose. Greetings from Dubai. Nice. Welcome, Obaid Khan. I will be in Dubai. I was in Riyadh last year. This year is China. Next year I'll be in Dubai in December. So quite exciting. Will be my second time going to Dubai. First time I was there for the World Expo. I had to speak at the World Expo, and second time I'll be there is for a global esports championship. It's going up and down at the same time. Now that's an analysis we can build on. Good morning, Eric Dorion Laflamme. Beautiful name as always. Siebzin, yeah, Mr. Sieb 10. Sieb 10, Siebzin. There you go, smart one. What's up, Santon Science? Welcome. Triangle Nazi in full range mode. It's just like WXY versus a triangle. Yeah, give me a wave D of a triangle and I'll switch. On the MA, 20 MA is under the 200 on the 1 hour. Does that Jonathan Derby, as you use MAs yourself? I don't use them myself, but if the 21 moves below the 200 MA, of course the momentum on the past 21 days is towards the downside compared to the 200 at least, which might still curve, I can imagine. So shorter time frame, higher probability for a bit of a move down. I mean, from an Elliott Wave point of view, we are still eventually expecting lower prices. So WXY with a triangle at the end is definitely an interesting scenario. But for a triangle, you probably still want to get above this point of control to at least range over here, which is just the biggest resistance at the moment. Wave D of a triangle, not for. You think the triangle Nazi would know that. Yeah, wave D. Wave D, A, B, C, D, E. Yeah. Do not believe a triangle if the inner angle sum is not 180. Nice. Pleasure, Alama. I was like, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, D, E. Cork. That's how I pronounced, or that's how you wrote it last time in the chat to pronounce your name, but George. What's up? Is there a time range for B based on A? Well, it's the same for a wave B compared to 2. However, the moment a 2 moves into the red areas, it's still okay for a B. So with a wave B, preferably, and wave B ends after the 0.382 of a wave A, and then you have 0.618, 1, 2, 3. A wave B, however, can be longer than a wave 2, but it shouldn't be extreme, right? It shouldn't be like 10 times or 15 times. So for like a wave 2 being 4 or 5 times longer than a wave 1 is very uncommon. But a wave B going to 4 or 5, yeah, that can still work. So yeah, a wave B can be longer, which is the reason why one of the little tricks that you can use is with FIB time is the moment a range starts to take too long, probabilities decrease for a 2 compared to a B. So it just prepares you for the next move up, which in the end is of course what we try to do as Elliott Wave analysts, is trying to give probabilities to what the next move might be. I also don't call diagonals too early. It's the same thing. Yeah, exactly. With a diagonal, I guess after potentially probably wave 4 or a 5, or even the moment you get a bigger retracement, that might be a good moment to, hey, this might be actually a diagonal. Yeah. He tags us now and the stream is over in 5 minutes. Oh, I forgot. I'm so bad. Gabriel, could we take the double bottom from 42.2K here, but not take 41.8K here for upside to 44.4K? If we take 41.8, what will be the scenario? That would be the WXY with a flat. So your wave C to the downside is then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move. That would be the scenario. If you do take the low and you go below 41.8, currently the scenario that has the highest probability would be that you have your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a C, ending diagonal structure. Take the low here as well. We have a weekly down here, bit of extra support, and then you move up. A scenario where you do take the double bottom, not take the low, unless you have a very shallow C, but then you need a high 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, almost horizontal. So that would be a very shallow wave C. Let me have a look here. No. If you take the double bottom, it's high probability you're gonna take the next low as well. So I was counting in my head in a second, like, you know, so with the bearish scenario, A, B, C, well, I mean, you would take the low anyway. Doesn't work because your B is not high enough. So we look for a WXY. If your X is finished here, you start with a 3-wave move to the downside. Reason there's a high probability this is a 3-waver is because of the length of this move up. An ABC doesn't work because your C is then twice as long as A plus B, which really lowers probabilities for this to be a flat, increasing the probabilities for this to be like a 3-wave structure. So if you put X here, and this is a finished structure in a C or Y, you would now expect well, first of all, this move up, and then a continuation of the range, or in a triangle for then a WX and then a triangle Y, but then you don't want to see the lows taken. A, B, C, D, E, right? C is not allowed to take the low of A. Double zigzag not possible, zigzag, then we have a flat, but then you first take the high before the low, and then you have the triangle, which is ranging. And if you put wave X here, as explained earlier in the live stream, WX, and then you look for Y, you can't have a double zigzag because X is too high, lowers the probabilities. Then we have to look for a flat, A, B, C, but if you take the low, then very likely you take these ones as well, unless the diagonal is going to be so shallow, you do not take the low, this one, and you're going to bounce on the daily naked point of control at 42.1k. But then you want to have a high 2 in the diagonal, probably. You want to have a 1, a 2, then you need to take 3, preferably not touching daily naked point of control, then a 4, and then a 5, hitting it, and then move. But then you're not going to reach your target area for C. Yeah. So, yeah, currently it's not... A. So the only way to get this done is an ABC to the upside for a flat, which means you have a 5 in A, you look for corrective structure, and then a C up. Even if you put A here, sorry, I'm counting in my head all the time, so I need to think, right? A, and then you could look for a flat in an A, B, doesn't work. W. Take the double bottom, not this one, and move up. I mean, A, B, C. Well, we got a 3-wave move down, so it doesn't really work unless you go for a diagonal again. I mean, so as you'll probably realize, probabilities would be higher if you take the double bottom that you're going to move below the low. It's very difficult to think about a scenario that would not take the double, the low here as well. You have a double bottom and the daily naked point of control. So this is definitely not a short area, no financial advice. But you're at support with a double bottom and a daily naked point of control. It's just, and you're at the low of the range. Only a very shallow diagonal. Holy shit. Only a very shallow diagonal would be something I look for, I suppose. Yeah. Not doing altcoins. We do Bitcoin on this channel, and we do altcoins sometimes, but that is during specific altcoin streams where I put altcoins in the title, and there is a big altcoin stream coming up as well. 100%. Good to hear. Good to hear. Okay. Higher structure. Yeah. Does the impulsive down move and the slow up tells you something interesting? No. It's mainly about what does the move mean. So this move being fast to the downside, right? A, 1, C, but you have a 3-wave move down and then a retracement. What's more interesting to me is the range that happens after. That is what tells me or gives me more info about what the move down is. So I don't really look too much at the straight line of a certain move. So this move was also quick to the downside, right? And then you start ranging and you move quite quickly back towards the upside. But it doesn't tell me much. That usually what I say on the channel as well is from an Elliott Wave point of view, the moment you get high volume moves, you want to wait for a range to form so that you can reassess the probabilities and then take it from there pretty much. Check the lounge. Which lounge? Because John, if you share anything relevant for the stream, please post it in Bitcoin TA or in the general chat on or the general chat, and not in Diamond. I can't find it though. In the gold lounge? No. I can't find it. Like and learn. What's up, Mike? Big up to the best channel in the Bitcoin space. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Of course, not everyone will agree, but I try to do my best and provide you with the most info I can, the most value I can give. So appreciate it, Mike. Mike is also, together with John, one of the very, very early ones here on the channel. This is why I don't like full-time trading. It pushes you to feel like you need to take trades. This depends on how much you have saved as well, right? So if you are working a job, the general advice is that you save 6 to 9 months of lifestyle money, right? So you can pay your house and everything without worrying. And then if you want to pursue full-time trading, you at least also psychology-wise, you give yourself time to get into the flow, I suppose, without feeling that need of shit. I need to make money today, else I can't pay rent tomorrow. You know what I mean? Head and shoulders on the 15 minutes. I wouldn't know which head and shoulders you would talk about here on the 15. You'll probably hear this one here. So shoulder, head, shoulder, move down, potential. I'm not really a pattern trader because of the fake outs usually. Oh wait. I saw something. What happened? Who's this? Tom. Welcome. I just noticed the green thing the moment I wanted to remove the chat. Tom Martignac, welcome, man. Welcome to Silver. I think you have yourself a nice boat there on your picture, but welcome to the team, man. Make sure to send me an email with your YouTube, Discord, Telegram username, and koenstrading@outlook.com, by the way, and I'll make sure to get you sorted. So welcome to the team, mate. Appreciate you joining also during the live stream. I mean, if it happens during the live stream, I can at least react to it. If people do it off stream, I'll see the email and I always reply to all the emails I get. But at least during the live stream, I can chat. So welcome, Tom. Nice to have you here. Cool. Welcome. Now, oh yeah, so the head and shoulders, right? That would be this one here. Yes. That is indeed a correctly identified head and shoulders pattern. And then, of course, trading wise, you want to maybe have some other confluences or, yeah. I generally don't really trade patterns like head and shoulders and stuff. But it is a well identified 15-minute head and shoulder, yeah. Which of course can be traded as a if someone is a pattern trader at least. And if you have a solid strategy around how to trade these. You're also your head is against resistance, which of course makes it a bit more interesting. I don't trade out this commodity. Usually 30 minutes. You 1 minute to zoom in on correction to try and determine their over. RSI is a good TP, strategy to TP. Yeah, the moment you see the RSI divergences, you might slowly think about TPing. But if you had a swing from 24 and you TP at 35 and price goes to 49, I mean, it's you'll kick yourself. But I mean, better take a TP and let something run. But RSI for me is very difficult to trust with TPs and where stop losses and stuff. So CVD for me is much better. Of course, you with Elliott waves, you do want, like, at least the way I do it is you do like to TP at important resistance areas. Or support areas, depending on the move, up or down, from an Elliott wave perspective. And RSI might, of course, help as well the moment you hit resistance and a bit of a TP. But just know that RSI can show divergences many times over before actually a reversal happens. But that is also more in the higher time frames. If you go to the 1 minute, it might happen a lot less. On the higher time frames, you usually have multiple 1-2s, multiple 4-5s. Each 4-5 is a new RSI divergence, and it just RSI tends to go down and down and down and down and down as price just goes up, 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 up. So you're going to miss a big portion of the move on higher time frames if you start with a double or multiple 1-2s. It's a bit difficult. Never use the words overbought or oversold. Yeah, everyone has their strategy. Looks like Thursday Bitcoin could break the channel and pick a path. Oof, Thursday, still 2 days. Help. give me a shorter due date here. Can we have triangles in B or X? Yes. Good morning, Softshell. Welcome. Dasa, what's up? Welcome as well. All good, John. You're free to chat. Jeroen, hey Koen, what are your trading and personal goals that you want to achieve this year? One of my trading goals is psychology related. So it's about how often I am allowed to make a psychology mistake. So I don't often have psychology mistakes, but if I make a mistake in trading, it's usually psychology related. So therefore, if I can just reduce the few I have sometimes, it helps. Of course, I do have a profit target, but that's not interesting for anyone here because that's clearly a personal goal. And I actually have the goals literally in front of me as well. I have them on the stand here for the year. So yeah, I have a psychology goal and I have a trading goal. And the trading goal is monetary, and the psychology goal is about psychology mistakes. I think it's very difficult to have absolutely zero psychology mistakes in a year, but you do want to pay attention to it, and that's why it's on my goals list. So, yeah. George, it's fine. Yeah, makes life easier. Wednesday or Thursday, Bitcoin pick a path, triangle scenario. Wait, why can't I scroll? Oh, there we go. Would not, no, the triangle would not take 41.8. Yeah, and the middle 5 from 41 would not take. No, a large amount. Yeah, triangles won't take the double bottom though. As well. Mr. Friends, hopefully you have a good remainder of your day. Thanks for popping in. Dido, hello, how's your day? What's your prediction for the week? What's up, Dido? Well, pretty much the prediction of the week is explained in the analysis earlier at pretty much 9 minutes. So that is because, of course, prediction for the week is very difficult to put an exact time to certain scenarios. But the Elliott Wave probabilities and predictions have been mentioned in the analysis here earlier. So I recommend to go to minute 9, and then from minute 9 onwards, just click through the video, and you'll find what you're looking for as I go through the 4-hour time frame and then to the 1 hour and the 30-minute time frames. D-Lee Crypto, what's up? Welcome. Diagonal posted in BTC TA. I see. And then you look for a flat in 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 5, A, B, C. Yeah, I mean, that could be a diagonal, yes. On, I mean, yes, your 3 is longer than your 1, but that's according to the new rule. Overlap between 1 and 4 is fine. 1 and 5. Your 5 has to be shorter than 3, but that's the case. So yeah, that could be a diagonal, even though it's 1 minute stuff. So it's very, very difficult to really. Yeah. What will it mean? But there's a potential diagonal. Yeah. I trade grain futures options using Elliott Waves. Elliott originally traded wheat. That's correct. But yeah, nice that you're sticking to where it comes from. Part of the story. Also, welcome here, PPJT. Sol network down? Potentially. Actually, I wouldn't know, to be honest. Not involved with Solana myself. Tom, by the way, thanks again. Welcome. Good to have you here, and send me the email. What's up? Maybe a band-aid. Welcome, man. RSI divergence for TP isn't about catching the top. It's about tipping when it's almost over catching the second last. 45 was a good TP. TPing when the OST is almost over catching the second to last. Yeah, I mean, RSI in the end is momentum. So the momentum starts to go down. So you might look or start looking for reversals. But of course, as long as you see strength, we just look for upside or downside, depending on the move. But yeah. 15:30, 45 minute as the M for the downside might play out. Like an M, just like with W trading as well. What's the M here? So you're looking for. But then it's been such a long time ago I have done anything with patterns. I don't even know anymore what the M does. Like, so if you have this and you break the neckline, that's the goal, right? You break the, and then you go down, and then it's the height of the M is the target or something like this. Holy moly, it's so long ago. Like that is years and years and years that I spoke about M and W's. That's a long time ago. But at least it is you can definitely trade M, W, other patterns as well. The diamond shapes and anything, as long as you have a good plan and strat. Yeah, you can be very, very profitable trading it. It's of course obviously not part of the style of trading that I have. But I actually forgot M pattern. Like if you break the neckline, you want to then retest the neckline and continue into the direction of the break. No, that's the goal. Scalping your instance from BC. My advice for full-time traders. Yeah, I guess stocks or traditional markets, interesting. Personally, I'm only involved with Bitcoin, and I tried to get into Ethereum and Solana because I know based on Diamond on Diamond members trading Ethereum and Solana that it works well with the strat. Some people probably are scalpers, some day traders, some swing traders. So yeah, anyone can trade anything, of course. The divergence is a good way to determine top over 3, form a 5. Use your count to see how many 2s and 4s. Yeah, that's of course then the big thing, right? How many 2s and 4s do you have? And then you have to see how many RSI divergences are you going to expect. Because if you have 4 1-2s, you expect 4 RSI divergences probably. Yeah. M and W are the same. Oh yeah, exactly. So yeah, I believe you want to break the neckline and then continuation. And the target is then the length of your M or your W, put on top of the neckline. What's up, Bruno? Checking the analysis yet. I showed your count as well on stream, by the way, the WXY with the triangle in Y. It was part of the stream earlier. So we checked that one out as well. New York is open. So we did make it to the 1.5 hour mark during the stream here as well. So now that the market is open, it will be interesting to see what direction New York wants to choose, no? However, as mentioned at the beginning, I do slowly have to start doing other stuff, but I am interested in the first few minutes of New York opening. So let's see what it does with the probabilities we have. Biggest resistance, point of control. Flip that. We could be looking for the highs. There's not too much resistance here. Or continuation of the range and then the highs later. But lower probability to take the low. For now though, we remain patient. We still got bullish CVDs. One of them, no, both did not play out because we have them here and here. Target this high and that high. It's a patience game. No, it's a patience game. Quickly checking what's happening in Discord here. DXY is up 0.03%. It sounds so little, right, compared to the percentages we have in Bitcoin. Let's just go. That sounds like a great idea, John. Let's just go. Yeah. We all look forward to that moment, getting out of this range. Where did I have any DXY somewhere? DXY is 0.00. DXY is pretty much break even since the beginning of the day. Stocks can be part of the altcoin stream, absolutely. As long as so what we then do is we do of course a voting as well, but then we run through as much as we can, and I want to do like also use the random thing, so maybe do a vote, but also in the like midway in the live stream, which is going to be 5-6 hours, we can use the random picker, like the circle, and then any alt, any stock has a chance to be picked. So yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely a possibility, yeah. course, interesting that we hit the 886 here as well. But for me, it's just a point of control that is that's your important resistance. So cheers, Flotty. Watty. Holy moly. Watty, Flotty. Oh, I shouldn't get too many names with T at the end. It's going to be a problem. Got some volume coming in now. Looks good. Still got the point of control. Huh? Yeah, it's been going very fast, Sarthak Agarwal, yeah. So we flipped the year with 5,841 subscribers. And now, I don't know exactly where we are, 7.5 something? 7,571. Like... holy shit, you know what I mean? Like, that's incredible. That's crazy. But it's thanks to all of you. I just make the vids and you know, I do the live streams, and if people enjoy it, they're, you know, they know what to do if they want to see more and that sort of stuff. But it's thanks to all of you. Like, it's crazy. The beginning of 2024 has been insane. So yeah, big, like if you compare the numbers from 5.8 to 7.5 in pretty much a month, just a little bit over. That's a big percentage gain subscriber wise. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. I swear it has been too unpredictable and range to set any order yet. I mean, so the main thing here is the point of control. That is important. And we do have the general probabilities as mentioned earlier in the analysis section. But it's you know, that's also Elliott waves, is the moment you do not really know what's happening. It's also a very good idea to just stay on the sidelines and wait. You don't have to catch every move. You don't have to trade 100% of the move, catch the low, exit at the high. It's mainly about catching the 30, 40, 50% that is actually interesting. And then, yeah, and then enjoy the profits. So that is what counts, no? Now we hit the point of control for the third time and also the 886, meaning this being an impulse to the downside for a 2 and a bigger 3 to the downside now has lower probabilities. If you do get any move to the downside now from where we are and take these lows, probabilities are higher. It's a wave C or a wave Y, which increases probabilities to, at a later stage, go back up. Wait, plop. Knife through butter. For now, at least here, this portion, and now we at the point of control again, yeah. Bless myself, thank you. Ooh, good, I have a button on my keyboard. DX, wait. DXY plays a big part of Bitcoin. Some are saying it could move up to 105. This would push Bitcoin down. Yeah, correct. There's definitely a relationship between the DXY and Bitcoin, of course, as Bitcoin is against the USD. So you're absolutely correct. Inverse correlation, no? Yeah. I don't follow. M and W patterns are seen as harbingers for polar opposites moves in a double top. That's a double one. I told you, one day, 1 million subs. If only. I would need to like buy subscribers if that's the case. Like fake ones. But then what you will see is you're going to see a channel with 1 million subs and 900 views. That's going to be a problem, no? Yeah. Hi Watty, I'm Flotty. Oh, there you go. You too. 56k by the end of the year. We could do a little estimation. Like what would it be based on the first month? I mean, 56 is very far away. Never say never. We still have pretty much 11 months, no? But we are not even at 10. And in March, I will be in South Africa because of my wedding. Now, I will upload content, but the frequency will go down and probably a bit more live streams compared to 10-minute updates. Just like last time I was there. But I'll be there for pretty much a month because there's 3 weddings, including my own, and then friends. So it's a bit of time. So that will reduce the growth of the channel as well, of course. Now, it will be important for members, however, especially silver, because I will be able to check whenever I have Wi-Fi to check the charts and give updates. But I just don't have the time to then upload a video if I'm in the middle of the city center, sitting at a restaurant, checking the chart on my phone, and sending screenshots to Silver, providing an update with my thoughts. I can't do that in video format because I can't record in a restaurant. So during that period, I will try to upload as much as I can on YouTube, and I remain active in the membership channels. So yeah, that is gold with the weekly live stream. I'll try to plan it if I can. Diamond, the setups updates in the morning might be a challenge every morning, but I'll still have to see how I'm gonna manage those. But at least silver will be relevant during those days. Yeah. How many members are on the channel? I wouldn't know at the moment. I mean, it's. I would have to click a couple of times to figure that one out. But in the end, what is most important, and this is of course an obvious answer, is not how many members are on the channel, but if you are a member or not, and if you get the value that you wanted, the yes or the no. So silver, of course, most people are silver. Then we have diamond, and then we have gold. Gold is the course. Diamond is my trading strategy. And helping people developing their own. And currently most of the people are in silver. It's silver on number 1. Then you have bronze because of the gifts in the channel in January. There were a couple of people like Mark and others that gifted Bogdan, that gifted five like each time 5 bronze memberships. So bronze therefore got to second. But officially, it's silver on 1, diamond on 2, and gold on 3. But that's also not as expected. But as gold is the Elliott Wave course mainly, and the Elliott Wave course can easily be finished in a month time. It's usually what I say as well is it's mainly the course that's interesting in gold, right? That's why people are there, and then we have the weekly streams. But then people either go to diamond, or they go to silver, and a small portion might quit because they had what they were looking for. They got the info, they learned something, they ask questions, and they go. So, yeah. And all I try to focus on is providing the best value that I can for each group. Yeah, almost, John. Still gotta wait a little bit. The divergences didn't play out just yet, but we're testing again. I do think it's interesting here to put this on the chart. Hitting the 886. Nice rejection at the 886 with the point of control. Maybe retest the golden pocket, who knows. Bullish CVD divergences didn't yet play out, but probabilities are now, of course, high that you're going to take it. So I'm gonna take a quick screenshot here. Uno secondo. 1 second, gotta see. Okay, it opens here. Just quickly sending an update because, of course, while I'm chatting here, I'm not active in silver all the time. So if we and poof, and then we have Discord. Post in Discord as well. Thank you for giving me a little bit of time to write something here in silver as well. Not that you really had an option because of course I decided to, but nonetheless. It's how you see it on the chart. Let's go 786 million subs. Well, let's first try to go to 7.86k, no? We're not too far away. Don't forget to dig in the like button on the way, and thanks, maybe a band-aid. Always the motivator. Long in 42350, 125x. Well, that's your name. There you go. 42350. 42. Oh, that's a solid entry as well down there. Very nice, very nice. You got yourself a banging trade. No, that's a great entry yourself, especially with 125x. Depends on your position size, of course, but nonetheless, even with a dollar, your dollars should be more dollars, right? So nice entry there. You share a lot of quality content knowledge. Honest, here is great. Thanks, George. I appreciate it, man. That's what I am aiming for, right? So at least, I guess it's how I try to run the channel. Quality above quantity. But I also really enjoy live streams. So that's why now, also in case you haven't seen on the channel, I changed the banner. So if we go to my channel, then the banner now is daily Bitcoin updates, CET, Central European Time Zone, right? Morning video, afternoon live stream, evening video or live stream, which depends on the market action, which I write over here in the about section. So here you can see, like, you know, it usually a video in the evening, but it will depend on price action. Sometimes I might go live. Also depends if my fiance is still somewhere in Amsterdam or wherever. It gives me a bit more flexibility, because if she is doing work-related stuff, I can do work-related stuff. But if she's home, I also like to chill with her. No? So yeah. Look at it. Look at us. 725,000 views. Yeah, we're gonna reach the milli. 1,303 videos. Yeah, the channel is live since the 20th of February, by the way, last year. So we're almost in for a year. Jeez. I guess I don't follow the point you are trying to. Oh, you guys are talking here. Well, it depends on your way of trading, maybe a Band-Aid, because someone might trade M or W pen turns while someone else might trade harmonics. you can trade both. You can trade the M and the W. You can trade the harmonic. As long as both of you are profitable, it doesn't really matter how you trade the certain structures, of course. Hi, Flotty. 56K by March. Yeah, that would be a great wedding present from the community. No? I don't know. I think before I go to South Africa at the end of Feb, 28th of Feb, I fly. I guess that we might be around 8.5-ish, maybe a little less. I guess something like this. Like about either bearish or bullish. Pleasure, CS. 5 hours spent, 30 seconds done. Oh wait, you finished a short. Or 5 hours. That's a lot of time, eh? You of course use all the vectors and stuff. I wonder, Arbuzny Sok, if there's a way to more like automate the process for yourself where a lot less time is spent, because of course a short it's a 1 minute, it's like a 1 minute video, usually less, but that the process becomes easier or you know, less time. I do have ideas, but then it will avoid the use of vectors, of course, because then it's just subtitles. Subtitles, position the webcam, and voila. It's probably like 10 minutes and you're done. It's all the vectors and stuff, of course, all the graphics that take the time. Thunder is bad in Amsterdam again. Is it? I don't know. It's cloudy here in Gouda, where I live, but I have no idea what the weather is in Amsterdam. But we have an app in the Netherlands called Buyenradar. So what I always do is I am not interested, so we ignore, maybe later. We go to Amsterdam. It's not raining at the moment. Small rain coming. Of course, you don't need rain when there's thunder, but at the moment it looks like rain. Typical Dutch weather in Amsterdam, right? And then Saturday and Sunday we have sun. I mean, for people that work, of course, during the weekend is free. That's nice. But the temperatures are, yeah, it's not bad. Dutch winter, I suppose. It's pretty okay. Do you use any volume analysis or other software such as Atlas? Yes, but I like volume. So Maurizio Palazzi, Italian maybe, or Argentina. But yes, I use volume here. I have naked point of controls and also weekly and monthly naked point of controls. I like to use the volume profile as well. And I use Atlas to find the daily, weekly, and monthly naked point of controls. So yeah, I do use volume. I don't use Atlas for anything else, by the way. I don't use order flow and all that stuff. I literally only use it to find a point of controls. 99% sure the community enjoys live stream interaction more than the video. I'm actually curious. Like, probably the audience we have now is a bit biased because you're live here, but let's do a poll, no? Cool. Ta-da! Wait. Not end the poll, but I want to... there we go. Of course, we might have a little bit of a bias. So what I think... Why I like this morning video, afternoon live stream, evening video or live stream, depending on price action, but usually a video, is that not everyone has the time to attend a live stream. Because the live stream, usually the analysis takes a bit longer as I tend to explain a bit more stuff. But people are also working. So that is why I think the videos are very effective. It's like around 10 minutes right? Usually between 8 and 12 minutes. Easy to watch, and then eventually continue with the day. Live stream is more, it's extended, takes more time. It's more difficult for people to follow if they have other stuff going on, right? And then the combination of the two, I think, is the nice thing, where we have one live stream a day in the afternoon if I can, if I'm home, which usually should work out, and if not, then a video in the afternoon and a live stream in the evening. But this is, I think, live stream video is probably going to be most common, and that way we can serve both the people that love the live stream, but we can also serve the ones that enjoy the videos more. Plus, we actually uploaded the first short. So I mean, yes, there's many shorts, but this was like 4 or 5 months ago, and now we are back into making shorts as well. Our Busny Sok, he's the one editing these things, and we put the first one online here, so I can actually play it. And of course, shorts.
Hi everyone, let's have a look at Bitcoin.
Shorts will also help people if they literally are traveling, they're in the train, they're on a bike, whatever you're doing. Don't use your phone on the bike. It's actually not allowed in the Netherlands, by the way. You get a fine. But just like for people that want to have very quick, short info, in a short, I will explain like a certain scenario. We also have shorts that are going to be educational, or where, and this is interesting, where the questions of you are going to be covered in the live stream. So that is pretty cool. So this is the short we uploaded earlier. On a phone, we do realize that the text at the bottom on YouTube is in front of my face. So, but I also made a TikTok account, Koens Trading, where that's not the case. So we probably have to change the format a little bit for YouTube compared to TikTok and Reels. But anyway.
Bitcoin. The highest probability Elliott Wave scenario on the 4-hour chart is that we are still looking for a new low in a wave B or a wave 2. This low over here did not touch the 382 Fibonacci, and this low was also made before the 0.382 Fib time, which is rare for a wave 2 or a wave B. Preferably, we are therefore looking for a move to the downside inside the target area here. Now that doesn't mean that price can first take the high, because one of the scenarios is a flat structure where you have a wave A, B, and then a wave C to the downside, where this is the most common target for a wave B, and then we expect an impulsive structure to the downside.
Yeah, so our Busny Sok made that one, and that's really cool. However, we also will have stuff like this one. I showed this one on stream earlier, where it's more educational, where your questions can be turned into shorts, as I tend to answer questions as well. And there's a couple of improvements we have to make here. Elliott is with 1T and a few other things, but generally it's just a general idea.
Why did you choose Elliott Wave above other trade?
Oh, it's loading. Nice. KEKW. This is in... let's see if it's still there. This is in Google Docs, so I'm not sure if it's still uploaded. Oh, it is.
Why did you choose Elliott Wave above other trading methods? Good question. The reason I like Elliott Waves is because it helps me to read price action. So instead of me looking at a chart and just seeing candles and just lines, I can read it like it's a book, you know what I mean? My eyes cannot stop counting anymore. I like to know what's going on, but it's very difficult for me to know what's going on if I don't know Elliott Waves. And another thing I like about Elliott Waves is the probabilities for future price action, which really helps. It does give you a good idea of what to expect. And Elliott Waves is also psychology. So there's a lot of psychology between the waves as people buy and sell. But the main thing for me as a person is that I'm not in the dark. I can see and read price action.
Don't miss the stream, motherfuckers.
Why did you choose?
So, yeah. Of course, a couple of things that, double T at Elliott Waves and a few other things, but it's a general idea of the direction that our Busny Sok, he's in the chat here as well, is taking. That's spoilers for sure. Yeah, but these, we already had the short online, right? On my YouTube, and this is a spoiler. But this is a certain style, and Arbuzny has been working his ass off, his socks off, no pun intended, to do some stuff. And that is, I think, really cool to see, is that the certain questions you ask require a certain answer that I have. So everything you saw in that short was part of my answer, but he made it nice, and so yeah. The only way is up. So it's this here, Arbuzny sock. He's very impressive, no? So yeah, really, really cool to see. And I made another recording this morning for another short. So we're also testing. We have to test frequency. We gather feedback and stuff. So yeah. Jeroen Waning, that was your question. Yep. Good question. But this is also how what I really enjoy is, like with the second short, is the interaction I have with you during the live stream is then translated into a short, which I think is great because it highlights the questions and the interaction in the live stream, which I enjoy a lot. And it's then translated, and it also, the person asking the question, like Jeroen, it's like highlighted because your question is there in the beginning. So you can see, like, if you are watching that short and it was your question, it's nice, right? It's just nice. Like, oh, damn, my question is now translated into a short as well. And hundreds of people are going to see the question you asked. I don't think it's thousands yet. It's just 100. I'm actually not even sure what the short is on at the moment. Oh wait, that one short is not online yet. So the Elliott Wave short that I just showed, the second one, is not online. Only the technical analysis one is online at the moment. 686 views. I posted it online last night. So we were figuring things out. So yeah, really, really cool. Let me quickly go. Impossible to automate, only to improve my skills in speedrun editing. I see. Speedrun editing, quality above quantity. But yeah, of course, you all, like, as well as myself with content, we always get better by figuring more things out. And yesterday we had a great conversation as well about how do we do this? How do we do that? Yeah. So I made a TikTok account. Vinergy, Haiku, do you have any social media or all alone? At the moment, it's all alone, and Arbuzny Sok is the one that starts to do the shorts, and then Douwe made some of the thumbnails as well, which I think are open. Yeah, I have them here. So Douwe, I gotta zoom out here. So we got, I still have to change backgrounds and stuff, add more backgrounds, but he's the one that designed the thumbnails, and the designs that are left are two designs, if you look closely, are chosen by the community. So the community voted for what their favorite design is. And the highest voted design is for the videos. And the second highest voted design is for the live streams. So, yeah, so, and I like to get feedback from the community, because in the end, it's you, right? It's you are the ones that click and watch and support the channel, and you become a member, or you subscribe, or you like, or you help the channel out with the affiliate link. BingX is the platform I trade. Everyone registering is supporting the channel in a way, because of the small, it's always very small though, portion of the fees the moment you enter or exit. But that is in the end, it's for you. So I also want your opinion when I change something, or yeah. I like to this is like a team effort. Wait, I went there, but I missed Ephraim Tefer. What are the two yellow and blue diverse lines you use? The blue one is aggregated, the aggregated CVD of many different platforms, and the yellow one is the Bybit one. And the reason I use the Bybit one is because when I started back in the day, and I started using CVD, I was trading on Bybit back in the day. Now already for a very long time on BingX, but every CVD is a little bit different, and I got used to reading the Bybit CVD. So if I would use the BingX CVD, it's going to be slightly different, which means that what I'm used to will be slightly different. So it might not match up with the way I trade per se, or what I'm looking for, or the CVD diffs that I like to see. So that's why I stuck with these two. I will move one of your messages. YouTube back at it. Yanis, what's up? How you doing? So probably a high to take the high or to go down. I recommend to watch the analysis, of course, because I didn't mention the name high. We have probabilities, right? Yes. With the neutral / upside, but this point of control is the most important resistance above price. If you can flip this, maybe retest, take the high again, then yeah, value area is very close, of course, value area high to the highs here, which then look very attractive. The longer you stay here, the higher the probability you're going to move towards the upside. So the longer you go sideways, the higher the probability you move up. Thunder in your typing. Oh, I see. Then it was thunder in Gouda. I'm just working with this stuff, so it's okay to spend this time. Yeah, make sure you also relax, hey, Arbus needs sock. Touch the grass, drink some water. Yeah, I mean, the keyboard I use is great. It's not even a mechanical keyboard, but it's a very, very nice one. I really enjoy it. It's not a sponsor. I don't have a... well, I have a hardware sponsor. When I was a professional gamer, I was playing for Acer, so most of the stuff I have here is all Predator. So it's all Acer Predator. But the keyboard I have is the Logitech Keys Mini, MX Keys Mini, wireless. It's a great one. I really enjoy it. I live in Florida. We have 2 weather settings. The default is rain. It sucks. Yeah. We know all about rain in the Netherlands as well. Actually, I'm Bolivian close though. Bolivian. Why do I not know where that is? Bolivia? Is that a... Argentina. Ah, okay. Yeah, that was close. Not bad. Now that I think about it, Bolivian, I had to think. But a couple of years ago, I was thinking about either backpacking South Africa. That was 2017. I wanted to either backpack South Africa or Peru, Bolivia. I eventually chose for South Africa because it's in the same time zone. And when I came back from my backpack trip on Sunday, on Monday, my medical master would start. So I was like, yeah, it's probably sure I'm not on the other side of the world. So I'm probably safer if I'm in the same time zone at least. Mark Dutch, 100 likes, goal achieved. Mark is always back again, eh? No, 76, that's where we're at. You can always edit the live stream to make a video. Yeah. So now there's bits for the live stream into a short, because also the frequency on the channel is so high, like 3 updates a day if I can. The moment the live stream is finished, if you then want to edit the live stream into a video, by the time that's done, you already have the next video. So it doesn't really, like, you know what I mean? Doesn't really make sense to edit the video out of the live stream. But with the shorts, what you then can do is cut certain parts and put those in shorts, and that's very interesting. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, his twin sucks at trading though. Yeah, his twin in the short videos is only chatting. His older brother is DJ Chesto. Yeah. Koens and Koens. Now we're talking. Donovan got it covered. We were here, and now we are... I have to go. Cheers, Maurizio Palazzi. I'm your second TikTok follower. Oh boy, John, there he goes. I get invited to speak on TikTok lives a bit. I will push your account. Wait. Let's have a look. I'm not sure what happens if I open the app. So, I don't want any noises from random videos. Okay, so here we have 2 followers. Jeez. Crypto wave analysis. John, that must be you, no? Man, look at John go. This must be John or GC, I don't know if you followed me. Elliott Wave theory. So you made some shorts yourself, man. Look at you go. 2,189 followers. That's still a goal. Still a goal. We need to wait for that one. We need one with open. Oh, wait. I got you something, Mark. I got you something. 1 second. 1 second here. You want an open mouth. Wait, where's WhatsApp web? I closed it. I need to open WhatsApp web. 1 second. I'm going to show you something that fits your style. If you're looking for an open mouth, clickbait thumbnail, I got you covered. Actually, not me. Abuzni Sok, he probably was bored and he was like, wait, let me make a funny thumbnail while we're at it. Let me go to WhatsApp because that's where it's most recent. Because I sent it to my fiance. I was like, do you think this is a good thumbnail? Up. 1 second. There we go. Open this in a new tab. Are you ready? 1, 2. What do you think? Isn't this an amazing thumbnail? Yeah, I don't know what Abuzi was thinking. He was probably feeling bored and he made this, and you know, the next video is gonna run this thumbnail. That's how we do. Yeah. We need to create a new banner. Yeah, I mean the banner I use now, it's like that was for Koens. That's like typical Koens, not really Koens trading per se, but it works. But yeah, eventually maybe a bit more professional, I suppose. With I just use Calibri to put updates, morning, afternoon video, or get liquidated. Wait, what? What we chatting? Barry CVDs at Bedmail while you transferred to BingX from Bybit. So I started. Let me actually go back to the chart. So I started back in the day, even before Bybit. I started on Binance because I learned about crypto through the Binance Academy. That was the first step I took. And then, of course, because I was on the Binance Academy, I only knew Binance. But then as I got more involved with trading, I learned about Bybit. So I went to Bybit. And eventually I went to BingX, which already is a long time ago. So I got to remember. But the reason for moving from Bybit to BingX is that when trading on Bybit, with the strategy that I have, right, I have a personal developed trading strategy. The wicks on Bybit were worse than what I had on BingX. Usually BingX is about $20 below the price you see on my chart here. It's just that the wicks were better. Liquidity is very good on BingX as well. I like the platform. What I really like about BingX myself is, even though I'm on the USDT pair, I can trade with putting in a BTC size. So I don't have to go and calculate a USDT size position. I can just calculate the Bitcoin size position and enter it. So even if you're in the BTC/USDT section, I'm not even sure if Bybit has that nowadays, but I really liked it when I switched to BingX. Is I like to calculate my position sizes in Bitcoin. That's just the way I do it. But if I trade BTC USDT, on many platforms, you can only enter the size in USDT. But what I like is they give you the option to trade USDT, but enter or fill in the position size in a BTC size, which I really like. So it's and then all the other stuff, of course, there's quite a lot of similarities, of course, with the way you enter trades and the options. I like the way that if I enter a position, I can drag stuff around. It makes life easy. So I was looking for another platform because of my way of trading and my strategy. Compared many, did research, because that's probably most important. And I got to BingX and stayed there ever since. And I also give feedback to BingX. So of course, in the beginning, I was just trading there. But then still, I like to give feedback. Like, hey, I would like to use this. But now, once I got the channel, after I don't know how many subs, I think BingX approached me when I was at like 900 or 1,000 subs. They approached me and were like, hey, are you interested in working with us? Which is great because I already traded with them. However, I wanted the community to vote, because in the end, again, the platform is, should be a service to you as well, because we have so many campaigns and bonuses, free trades and money stuff, and there's so many stuff that we give through the partner, that in the end, it's there for you. So what I did at the beginning is we partnered with 5 different platforms: Bybit, BingX, MEXC, Qcoin, and Femex. And I told everyone also in Discord back in the day, is based on what you do and where you register, that's the voting. And it became very clear after a few months, I think we ran for like 3-4 months, that BingX by far was outperforming all the other platforms. On the second place was MEXC, first place BingX, second MEXC, Bybit, Qcoin, and Femex were like zero. No one like was there, and people had the option, right? In the description there were 5 links, and it was just see what people do. And it's so the community, most people voted that way for BingX, and since that moment I kicked out all the others and stuck with BingX, which is also the platform I trade. Now we got some nice movement finally. So the bullish CVD divergences have played out, right? This one here on the chart, moving above the point of control, 886, retest to the golden pocket. Damn, we like that, right? How often does it happen? We keep saying it. 886 to the golden pocket. Look for potential support. Nice. So yeah, now we got a bit of volume coming in undoubtedly as well. And now it's about flipping this point of control or finally moving out of the range. That would be very nice. Very nice. So let's see if some of the probabilities can play out. May I ask? Damn, I need to be quick. So that's a question. Pleasure, Yannis. Not a mechanical keyboard. Yeah, you heathen. Sorry. I don't like the sound, so I try to something more silent, even though you can hear it, but the mic is on top of the keyboard. Is there a best practice you do before you start your trading day? Yes, I have a certain routine myself to start the trading day. In a nutshell, of course, I wake up, I do my analysis for YouTube, which is also for myself because it's an Elliott Wave analysis. I make the YouTube video, then I go to my main strategy. I check whatever I have to check for the main strategy. Then I make a setups update for Diamond to explain what I'm looking for. After the setups update on Diamond, that is pretty much when the trading day begins. And because my strategy on only Bitcoin at least has between like 10 to 20 setups a month, unless you also include others, the frequency goes a lot higher. But then I can do other stuff during the day. So after the setups update in Diamond, that's kind of when the trading day really begins. And like, let's say from 8-9 a.m., that is when the trading day begins, and I'm already prepared. I know what I'm looking for. And then I record a short, send it to Abusni, at least today and yesterday. That's partner of the schedule, and then I do other stuff, YouTube related, other work related, speaking related. That's what we mean. Do we consider lower and upper wick on CVD? Yes, you do consider wicks because of the market buying in those wicks as well. I would use an IBM series if I could find an old one that still works. The good old days. No, don't forget to hit the notification bell. Thanks, Mark. Cheerleader. Do you know where Ohio is? Yes. I mean, usually like states and cities in America are very well known because of all the movies and stuff. And I've been to America a few times as well, but I never went to Bolivia. What is your preferred confluence tool for entry on CVD? That's the question, huh? No, like everything you see in all of my videos is everything I use. So it's not even using CVD for every setup. It depends on the setup I take. Depends on the strategy I follow. But everything I have in my videos is what I like to use. But it's the combination what makes it interesting. So, yeah. And of course, in Diamond, that is where my whole strategy is. It like the one pager with all the entry rules and entry requirements is there, and yeah, people trade it. I can show you the statistics of the strategy, but also of members that keep statistics about how they trade the strat. So it's all in Discord. It takes 2 seconds to put it on. So do you rave? I see most of the music is EDM on intros. No, I'm not. I've never really been a big party guy, but I do like dance. But I also have pop, piano, like so all sorts of stuff. Holland is famous for cheese and dance music. That's correct. Hardstyle. I also have a playlist with hardstyle. Also, we have some guy named Koen is the best crypto YouTuber. Mark, is this what you say to all the YouTubers you join in chat? All the others are soon to be the best crypto tuber. Mark is flirting with 5 people at the same time. Oh wait, this thing is still running. Maybe a bit biased, of course, but nice result. Let's end the poll here. There you go. I enjoy any kind of content by your side, be it a live video or short. Start to grab and understand elevator. You will ring your bell for advanced info soon. Yeah, always feel free to ring the bell, not the doorbell per se. We're not at that stage yet. But yeah, Okan Oskara, I'm happy to hear you learn a thing or two about Elliott Waves while being on the channel. That's one of the goals. Besides providing an update, also some educational stuff. So happy to hear, and yeah, feel free to always ask me any questions for anything. You haven't answered on this picture, and I really thought you were disrespect. No, I'm not. I'm not disrespected. I think it's a fun thumbnail. But of course, I can't use this. It doesn't fit my personality. I don't even know where you got the face from. Like, holy shit! You wouldn't believe what Bitcoin is about to do next. Urgent emojis, pop. Actually, we should have had red candles to the downside instead of green to the upside, I suppose. If I was gonna upload a thumbnail like this on the channel, I'm pretty sure the comment section would go wild because people are not used. Like, it's not my personality. People know the moment I upload this, I bet that the people that are here for a while already, they're gonna be asking questions. They're like, what the fuck is happening? We're gonna meet fiance little baby Koens on a live stream. Maybe one day. Well, the fiance is becoming a wifey soon, right? Sometimes she is. She appeared on a live stream once, and undoubtedly she will be here more often. Perfect thumbnail, I know, right? Trolling the guy with the thumbnail. Chef's kiss. Binance Academy is good. I learned about impermanent loss through Binance Academy videos. Futures wicks need to be studied. Yeah, I learned the hard way on Qcoin. Yeah, it's very, very platform dependent as well. No, just to be sure, if after an identified impulse you have a triangle correction, It can't become a WXY, right? I mean, triangles can't be wave W, correct. Wave W can be a zigzag or a flat. Wave X can be a zigzag, a flat, can be anything. So when you have a WXY, wave W is a zigzag or a flat. Wave X can be any corrective structure, and wave Y can be a zigzag, a flat, or a triangle. Those are the options you have. The moment you have a strong impulse and you directly go into a triangle, right? Probably takes a while before you know. But once a triangle becomes the highest probability, it can't be a wave 2, it can be a wave 4, B, X, Y, or a wave Z. Send it, John. Click the button. Call your friends. Let's get this shit going. Let's get out of this range. How did that T get in there? Dutch Koens Australian. Wait, what? The T? Which T? New York is coming to a decision. Exactly. Was about time, no? Let's go. Isn't it sad that Koen feels like he's my best friend? I mean, I wake up, get myself a coffee, and watch his morning update. Then I go out for groceries, watch him for a 2-hour live stream. Oh, it's not sad. I mean, at least we're living in the same country, right? We can like ring each other and be like, yo, you want to go for a coffee? So it's easy. While eating my Vietnamese lumpias, that's nice. After the live stream, I'm going to have my sandwiches with cheese, salami, pesto, sambal. Could also make a toasty, actually. Jam, peanut butter. Oh, yeah. I ditched the chocolate stuff. Coinbase Academy gives you free coins when you learn there. Watch videos and also some silly questions. Oh, look at you go. Free coins. Takes too much time for me now. Like I've learned most of the stuff. At least what I find interesting. Maybe a Band-Aid. Why do I feel like I just watch you unlock a side quest as a serial killer right there? Oh boy. Yeah, maybe we do not plan an appointment. It's dangerous. Kill for coins. What's up, B channel? How you doing? How can I choose video or live stream? Video is easier to digest. Live stream because we need Koens to keep us calm with crazy price action. Yeah, good one. I will follow the schedule we have at the moment. It's video, live stream, video/live stream. Usually a video in the evening, but yeah, that's I think most interesting for the wide audience that we have here. It works well for everyone's day. His newest playlist contains music from Karel Kainhoff. I have not, like, I probably should have said yes to continue the joke, but I have absolutely no idea what that is. And what is Bando Neon Music? This channel is proof that the better crypto YouTubers' videos are not the ones with the open-mouthed faces on thumbnails and clickbait titles. I like your comment. I like your comment. That's what we like to hear. Yeah. And there's others as well that exactly the same. They don't have the, you know, like you're almost breaking your jaw trying to make the screenshot. You put the contrast very, very high, right? High contrast thumbnail. And what did oh yeah, filming through a mobile phone as well, right? And then switch on the mobile phone between the different like tabs that you have. Oh yeah. What they also tend to do, those channels, is of course showing their multi-million profit and whatnot. Not the losses; they don't show the losses. The multi-million profit, of course, and yeah. Even though it's no one's business, you know, no one cares. But it's a way to, I suppose, it grabs the attention of viewers. Like, oh, but it won't help anyone. It doesn't help anyone to show your position size, your profit, your loss. What helps people is to actually explain why you then took a trade or what happened during the loss, how you cope with losses, trading psychology. That's interesting. Yeah. Holy cow, you streamed for a long time. 2.5 hours. This is peanuts. The longest stream so far was 5 hours. Usually we stream quite a long period. Yeah, but first of all, I really enjoy streaming. Secondly, I'm used to streaming also because of my background as a professional gamer in the past. So as an esports player, I did loads of live streams for long times as well with the community. And it feels like I'm kind of back into that scene. You know what I mean? And as long, people ask questions, I do have to do other stuff. So it's not like I can stay here forever. I have the schedule of the day in front of me. So, hey, O'Connell Scara, knocking on the door very, very quickly. You didn't need a lot of time there. O'Connell Scara, what's up? Welcome to Gold. Just now you had the comment here in the chat where you said, I'm learning Elliott Waves, and one day I'll maybe knock on your door. Well, there you go. That didn't take a lot of time. What's up? Welcome. O'Connell Scara, make sure to send me an email to koenstrading@outlook.com with your YouTube username, which is O'Connell Scara, and then also Discord and Telegram, so I can sort you out. So I can give you access everywhere. Yeah, welcome to the team. And tomorrow night, by the way, we also have a live stream, the feedback and Q&A live stream. So if you have any questions regarding Elliott Waves, that's pretty much the place to ask them as well. So you can call me Okan, probably. Okan. Okay, there you go. You contribute a lot. Consider this as a small support. I really appreciate that, Okan Oscara, also for support. Mr. Seep. Now, Mr. Seep, you're not the newest gold member anymore. That's Okan now. He took your position. But thanks, Okan. I appreciate the support. That's very kind of you. Besides, having the education in gold, and there's lots of content, but also the Elliott Wave course there, which I'm planning to innovate, by the way, with exercises and stuff on a platform, like an external platform where you just go through a course, right? And then some exercises, maybe a test. And yeah, I look forward actually putting that, like working on it. It's in my head. But yeah, I appreciate your support. And also just welcome to the team. There's a lot, there's a lot to learn there regarding Elliott Wave. So always ask me any questions. Always ask the questions. Can I get a CVD on TradingView? So far, we haven't yet found a CVD that is good enough on TradingView compared to what you can get in AGGR, unfortunately. Triangle must be the final corrective wave before the final corrective triangle. Pay them extra, Rodney. CVD works now. Yeah. That said, you better use the thumbnail in your next vid to get more views for sure. Anyone interested in seeing this? Man. Oh. Arbuzny Sok, are you still here? I got an idea. I'm gonna say it in the live stream, so it won't be a surprise. The 1st of April. The 1st of April. We need a good thumbnail on the 1st of April this year. We're gonna get a ridiculous thumbnail for the 1st of April. An absolute moon boy thumbnail on the 1st of April. Right? Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. 1st of April. Let's see what the reaction is. April Fools. Such a nice idea. Crazy thumbnail, mega clickbait title. Oh man, I'm getting all creative now. Oh yeah, that sounds like a fun idea. I am still, on the 1st of April, I'm still in South Africa, but I have to upload something, as I will upload stuff. So yeah, we're gonna fix something. That said, yeah. Just had lunch. Now I need a toasty. Yeah, I love toasty, man. Get some cheese, some stuff on there. Bear flag forming falls after reaches upper limit. I mean, a bear flag. Oh, like this being, continuation to the downside, right? I don't necessarily look for the bear flags or the bull flags, but more the internal counts. The point of control is the biggest resistance, so this is the one you want to flip. A bit of volume increasing. This can't be an ABC anymore because C is too long for this to be a flat. So probabilities are higher. This is a three-wave structure to the downside than in an ABC, increasing probabilities that you want another at least three-wave structure to the upside, which arguably is what we're working on here. Either ABC and then continue the range, or you're going to move above the highs. Now, the biggest resistance we had is the point of control here. There's not a lot of stuff happening up here, to be honest. So yeah, you have the value area high. Of course, if I do pull other volume profiles, you will find other resistances. But the bigger volume profile here has the big volume, the big value area high all the way up there. So we now have the lower degree value area high here. But what I mentioned is, passing the point of control is 1. Preferably, you see a retest, no? I mean, as support resistance usually goes. So, yeah, this played out, and now we just, let's keep this on the chart here. What's up, Anita? Welcome. Good to have you here. All those shorts yesterday got round trip. Interesting. Especially the ones selling at the bottom. I do talk about how I went from early trading account size and account size I use now and went to withdraw funds to spend on live. Also how to use, yeah, especially this is important. When to withdraw funds to spend on live. If you make profits, yeah, the account can grow and grow and all that stuff, but eventually it's you got to reward yourself, take some money off the table, reduce the risk, spend it on live. Nice activities, do something nice with the wife, you have a good dinner, whatever it is, right? Like, or the girlfriend, whatever, whatever your age is and whatnot, whatever situation in life you are. But yeah, that's such important. You want to live as well, right? Many people want to become a trader because of the lifestyle that is sold online, no? Where I'm traveling around the world and I just trade once a week with my $500 million portfolio and I easily profit and da. Of course, you might eventually get there, but that's not where one starts. And also while you're grinding and while you're improving, while you're making profits, don't forget to reward yourself for the efforts that you've put in. You will be thankful spending some of that money on real life instead of also trading the whole day or sitting behind the charts all day. Take some time off, do something fun, go on a little holiday with the money and enjoy life, because in the end that's what you want, no? You're trading to earn money and eventually get yourself a certain amount of freedom. Now, of course, you can save the money and eventually, build the account quicker, but if you take out a few $100 just so you can do whatever, or a few $1,000 for a nice holiday or whatever it is, I don't think you'll be sorry. I think you'll be thankful you did. Because that's what you want from trading. Earn an income to do nice stuff as well. Not spend everything all the time, of course. Thanks again, Okan Oskara. Welcome to the team. Okan? Yeah, I also don't know why this happens. It's not like I press a button. Do we need daily close up here to be out of the range? I mean, we're still very much in the range. So even a daily close here, it doesn't really change the fact that on the lower time frames, you're still in the range. And even we had higher daily closes as well, you see. So you would definitely need higher daily closes. But then you're pretty much out of the range, as the other daily closes are quite high as well. So at the moment, let's see what the remainder of the day gives us, I suppose. This is an ABC locally and now down. Has a possibility, but if we are looking for an ABC, did it take the low here or not? Yes. So there's two pulls that we can do now. It just missed out on the 1-to-1 here, and if we take the higher pivot for a three-wave structure, you then want the 1-to-1 here. So preferably, yeah, we have the value area high here, which is the main resistance now, and the support is the point of control, most important support. But yeah, this is a lower degree, a more local volume profile, still relevant as you can see. And for a wave C, preferably you see the 1-to-1 hit, which in both cases has not yet been hit. So preferably you would at least see a little bit more upside for a 3-wave structure, or that means you have continuation. Yeah. Triangle must be final corrective before the wave. What's up, Christian? Just thought of this today because I still don't get how fast you combine different possibilities. I hope to learn. Probably will take a while as I'm learning Thai as well. Good job on learning Thai. And with Elliott Waves, it's just like with anything else you're learning. It takes time, put in effort and energy, and eventually you'll get there. I think learning Elliott Waves, one of the best ways to learn Elliott Waves is by getting a notebook and a pen and write in the notebook, draw the scenarios in the notebook as well with your pen and stuff, instead of everything online and in Word files and PowerPoints. I think it really helps to write stuff down as well, just like you're studying or at university pretty much. I think that is a very effective way to learn Elliott Waves. Grabbing a notebook, grabbing a pen, summarizing scenarios, writing down the rules, designing and drawing the different waves as well. And then eventually, of course, implement it, because that's the only way to improve, is to actually try and count it. And then while you're at it, have your notebook next to you together with the website with rules. I have 2 sources in the description. The Elliott Wave Detailed is, for me, I think the best you can use. bit.ly/Elliott Wave Detailed. And and just open that link and use it. So, which is a free source, by the way, everyone. It's just a website. Happy Tuesday, maybe a Band-Aid. Do it. I want to see your face wide open, altered into an evilish smile or something. I'm pretty sure that Abuzni or Douwe can both find some moments that happens, or I just send a picture. Do you feel like you can effectively trade with free tools indicators only? Or are there... Yes, absolutely. 100%. You do not need to pay for anything to be a good trader, constantly profitable. All of the tools that I use are free. Everything I use is free in my main strategy. All of the combined tools that I use and the rules and everything is free. You do not need you don't need to buy anything. And even if you buy something like some indicator or some whatever, you still need to build a plan. So an indicator with a red and a green dot is not going to make you a consistently profitable trader, because if it did, there would be a lot more profitable traders, no? You still need to develop a whole plan if you buy something, but you first wasted money before actually trying to build a plan with the free tools. So there are 6 steps to becoming a consistently profitable trader. And those 6 steps are the following. Step 1, try as many free tools as you can, right? On TradingView, the different tools, right? On the toolbar, indicators, whatever. Step 2, combine your favorite tools based on your experience and track statistics. Step 3 is then... Wait, did I just say combining? Okay, we go back. Step 1, try as many free tools as you can. Get experience. Step 2 is find your favorite tools and build statistics on them. Step 3 is combining some of the tools that gave you good statistics and then build statistics on the combination of the tools. Step 4 is tweaking and adjusting the combination of tools. Add something new, leave something out, see what it does with the statistics as you continue to record statistics, backtesting, forward testing. Step 5 is slowly start trading your strategy which is now based on statistics. So you know your win rate, you know your risk to reward ratio, you know your most profitable days, you know your most profitable session, you know a lot of stuff about your strategy. You now start trading it with a low amount of money, a low budget. And what you're going to be working on in step 5 is trading psychology. So you start trading the strategy with a low amount of money and work on your trading psychology. And step 6 is upping the budget slowly in your portfolio by, of course, putting more money in that you can lose because it's still trading. But up the budget slowly, because getting used to bigger wins is easy, but getting used to bigger losses is difficult. So that's where trading psychology comes in, which is the reason it's step 5. So step 6 is slowly increasing your portfolio. But as you can see, step 1 is just using as many free tools as you can. Explore the industry, right? That's where it starts. So those are the 6 steps, no? And crazy analysis, yeah, exactly, with all the indicators and whatnot. Yeah, that will be quite funny. Deegans unite. That's right, Dawa. Let's go. April Fools with us. It would be quite funny if we do a crazy April Fools video and then the market goes bonkers. No, close to the halving, exactly. Call for the 0.618 cycle on Bitcoin at $50. There we go. It's either 0 or a million. There's no in between. Didn't even hit the 786 pixel fucked 75. Wait, what? What do you expect Bitcoin to do on the current chart? Pretty much it's the analysis still at the beginning. So that's why the pinned comment is there as well. But we finally moved above the point of control. Probabilities locally are low for a flat here, for a wave C, that this is a wave C, which increases the probabilities. This is a separate 3-wave structure, which increases the probabilities. We're looking for another, at least 3-wave structure, where the 1-to-1 for a wave C is just above price, so preferably it makes another high at least. And then we observe the reaction. Because there's 3 scenarios, of course, we have the triangle, as mentioned earlier, potentially a diagonal to the downside, which doesn't have greatest probabilities as we are now above the point of control. And of course, continuation. We finally move up. Yeah, this point of control is important support. And if therefore looking for a 3-wave structure as a bare minimum, but the 1-to-1 isn't hit, which is your usually minimum target for a wave C and an A, B, and then a wave C. So preferably a little bit more upside at least. But above this point of control, yeah, we have a little value area high here, but there's not too much left. So passing this, and pretty much you're going to have the value area high here, which then gets you close to the highs as well. So yeah, let's see what price does. The longer price ranges here from an Elliott Wave point of view, right? The longer price goes sideways here, the more bullish it is. So because we still have the potential triangle scenario as well. But we are now above the point of control against the value area high here. Has to be said that a couple of wave Cs in this range have been very annoying. This wave C is incredibly short. Didn't even hit the 0.618. But based on the price action we get to the upside, probabilities are higher. This is a 3-wave structure. This wave C potentially is very long. Still very much also a 5-wave structure, as explained in the analysis. So yeah, we had bullish CVD divergences here, right? We hit the 886, probabilities were higher to move towards the point of control and then see what happens. Of course, you want to flip the point of control for potential continuation, and that's what we're looking for. What's your educational background? So I don't know if you know how the Dutch system works, so I won't go in a lot of detail, but basically after high school, I went to the University of Nijmegen. I studied biomedical sciences, bachelor, finished it. I actually wanted to do the medical study, medical bachelor, but it's a voting in the Netherlands, so I wasn't voted in. It's like a lottery. So then I did biomedical sciences, 3-year bachelor, passed it. Then I qualified to enter the pre-master of medicine in Nijmegen as well, which is a one-year study where you pretty much get the whole 3-year medical master in 1 year. And during your biomedical sciences bachelor, you already get a couple of like stuff from the medical bachelor as well. So it's doable. So then I passed that. I still remember I finished that the pre-master of medicine on the 5th of February 2017. And then I was a master medical student in Amsterdam. So yeah, that's my educational background. What's up, Doc? I have an exam for computer science tonight. Wish you luck, Jeroen. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Computer science. What does that mean? It's not coding, right? Computer science. It sounds like a lot more than coding itself. You have problems when you see blood? Don't worry, Mark. It's in the closet. We need proven support of 43.2k. Yeah. Yeah, and hold the point of control preferably. No, I won't show the bloody pictures of the surgeries and stuff. Yeah, maybe another time. But yeah, good luck, Jeroen, indeed. Maybe a band-aid. Come on. Next time in the live, you better show us you passed it. No pressure. No pressure. All prepared and looking forward to diamonds. You're absolutely welcome in Diamond, Christian. Anytime. It's a great group. It's very active as well. Very active group there in Diamond. You don't need to pay for anything besides Kun Diamond to trade profitably. Well, I mean, theoretically, and if you study, it's not a signals group, so you definitely need to know how the strategy works and everything. But if you can execute and you got your mindset in place, then yeah, the statistics in the group tell the story. Two is with paying if I know pro trading. Yeah, I do have. I have the essential trading view package because I don't need anything more. Like I have more than enough alarms and all that stuff. So yeah, I just have essential. I extended it again during Black Friday. 14 more to reach 100 likes. Where are we now? 87. 13 more. How do you build statistics? Tan Trung Nigun. So what you want to do, building statistics, is I mean, I can show you. 1 second. Let me show you. I also have the statistics of Jarvis. So that's cool. Can use those as well. Let me go to here. I'm going to show you. Sorry, wait. I can do this. There we go. Statistics. There we go. Ta-da! So we opened this. That was the message of Jarvis yesterday. So I can show that in a second. And then we opened some Excel sheets. This one first. Okay. That's one. Open the second one. Ta-da. everything working. And then we have Jarvis's sheet, which I can show as well. So tracking statistics. What was the question exactly? It was about how do you track statistics? Where was it? How do you build statistics? You build statistics. It takes a lot of time, first of all, and that's the reason why many people don't do it, which is a problem. And usually adds to being a losing trader instead of a profitable one. Building statistics. Here you can see one of the sheets I have, as I have a couple, on building statistics on individual tools, right? I just gave you the steps. These are literally the steps that I have gone through myself to be a consistently profitable guy. So, couple of things, right? CVDs of platforms, and there's more data, okay? I have multiple sheets. Then we have stuff on the target boxes. We have high time frame levels. I have stuff about all sorts of previous day levels here. Previous week, previous month, fibs, speed fence. The VWAP is in here as well, but then apparently only with confluences. So that's actually a combination. Then we have swing. I don't think this is the sheet. Oh yeah, I do have some quite a nice amount of data, but I have another one with more. CVD, right? Lots of info on CVD, lots of data on the CVD, and this is one. Then you have the other one here, right? There's even more data, and I have even more data. Look, guys, everything you see on the channel, right, is shit that I use or that I've gone through. When I say, CVD for me is the best indicator out there, it's no joke. I did so much data with CVD. Pivot points, not the most amount. I have another sheet where I have a lot more about pivot points as well. I also have some data, a little bit of data on Elliott waves. But yeah, you can see individual tools, right? That's what I want to say. Well, we don't need to save this. Okay, second one is that, so that's step 2, right? Step 1 is use as many tools, free tools as you can. Build experience with the tools. Step 2 is building statistics on your favorite ones or on many, like I've done. But you might want to pick your favorite ones time-wise. Step 3 is you combine this stuff. Of course, I already am in a stage where I have this strategy. I'm now just tweaking, adjusting, also together with Diamond, because in Diamond there's now people that also track statistics, and they also see, hey, this works better, this doesn't work as well, and that helps to improve it. So from November 22 to July, I traded with a certain version of the strat. The moment you tweak your strategy, you got to start from zero, right? You can't use the same data anymore because you changed the strat. So in August, September, October, this was the period where I started to tweak stuff. And then pretty much from October, November, that is when we actively started trading. And in October, Diamond went open as well. So yeah, what do we, session, entries, fibs, the days, right? What day is best? How much time for losing? How much time for winning? And then again, I have multiple sheets, right? Some people will say, oh, but you don't have that much data. Still quite a lot of data over time, nonetheless. Trading with the trend, against the trend, RR, best strategy, different versions in that case. Back in the day, it's different now. I don't use the same setups here. With the trend, risk-reward ratio, duration of the trade, entry time, best entry time as well. Pivot to entry, that's another thing as well. So And this is one sheet. If you want something you have never had, you must be willing to do something you have never done. I think that is a very good quote to help you realize that if you do not track statistics on your strategy or tools, the chances are quite high you belong to the 95 instead of the 5%, in the industry. Data also helps you with psychology. And you stop trading based on emotion. You start trading data. Trading data is much more interesting. Jarvis, yesterday, that's what history means. Yesterday at 5 p.m., Jarvis put this in the group, which is his stats that he is tracking, which is what you see here since November. He joined at the end of October and has been tracking statistics since. He trades my strategy on Solana, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. He also did Rune in the beginning, but even though it was profitable, it's not as nice as the others. And yeah, you can pretty much see what's been happening here since till the 4th of Feb. And then he also has individual sheets, which is cool. So this is his sheet as well. So, and then Super Psycho, Card, other people track stats as well that are relevant to them. And more in the group. So yeah, there you go. That's the best explanation I can give about tracking statistics. Even in Discord, by the way, in Discord I have a video as well about tracking statistics. It's not public on YouTube. It's a Discord only video here. Track statistics to counter emotions. It's one of the first videos I actually made, like educational wise. So yeah. I am very much pro statistics. Will it take you a lot of time? Yes, it will take you a lot of time. But it's better to put a lot of time into being a future consistent profitable trader than trying to catch all of the moves now as an absolute beginner, trading very emotionally, having no clue, using 5 different setups or 10 different setups, but you don't have data. You know what I mean? It will take time, but it will help you out. So that's the answer on your question. Top right, not left. Yeah, Bitcoin will certainly move to the right side instead of the left side of the chart. What's up, Katja? How you doing? Am I so late to the stream? Yups, 3 hours in. Vietnamese spring rolls. We are dating now, Mark. Mate, what happens if someone appears to be a guy who got gold or diamond on stream? No, because I check everyone. Someone could just send you an email. No, that's not. So the moment I ask people to send me an email, I can check exactly who joins because of the data I have in YouTube Studio when a new member joins. So I can completely track it. So yeah, no worries there. I got all the I get the data. Which is also safe for the new guy, of course, new person. I don't know. Computer science is most coding theoretics and actually coding. Okay, there we go. Apply to mathematics. Jeez. I was very bad at math at school, but now I like it because of the data. Who's this? What is up, B channel? So what's up, B channel? B channel was in gold, and he's been typing to me already for a while that he wants to join the diamond squad. Seems like today is the day. What's up, B channel? After learning a lot of Elliott Wave related things in gold, he moves up. Welcome to the diamond squad, man. Welcome to the gems. You know what to do. Because you've done it, I think maybe even twice before. Did you start in silver and then gold and then diamond? Or you were gold immediately? I'm not too sure anymore. But yeah, what's up, B channel? Welcome to the squad, mate. You know, send me an email. I'll get you sorted. And we'll speak to each other in the group as well. Mr. B channel, he's been around for a while now. So cool to see you there, man. In Dutch, it's informatica. I see. And also, one of the few that joins during the live streams. Most members join off the live stream because it's not easy to time, of course. So cool to see you joining here, man. Gives me the opportunity to reply live instead of writing an email, which I'll still do, but at least I can reply live as well. So what's up? Welcome, B channel. Either in the Scandinavian nation when we meet, can we brag with a lot of blood pig? You supported surgeons for many years from head to back. Some are really fascinating. Yep. Man, surgeries are fascinating. Absolutely. Love it. But yeah, we can definitely have a drink. I'll get some stuff out. I have like the heart surgery book here with pictures and everything. It's cool. Transplanted the first heart at the University of Cologne. That's an honor. That's really cool. Don't mix it with trading. Will there be any analysis of the two alts you trade? Not on the channel. And in general, I don't do any Elliott waves on those alts, lower time frames and stuff, because it takes way too much time and I don't have the time. And also, I also don't want to spend the time doing daily altcoin videos. Takes like only doing Bitcoin already takes quite a while. Doing the analysis, making the video, controlling the community, of course, and managing, answering questions, which is most important, answering people in Discord, answering to all the comments. So far, I'm replying to every comment. As long as I can, I'll reply to every comment I get below videos. Of course, I want to spend some time in diamond, spend some time in gold with the live stream, write updates for silver. For me, it's less is more. Is like, I prefer to do only like daily Elliott Wave analysis and low time frame stuff on Bitcoin, which gives me time to be there in silver, in gold, and in diamond, which is important for the quality that I want to deliver in the groups as well. So, but Lucas, maybe for like the morning updates in diamond, I might consider checking Solana and Ethereum, as it doesn't take too much time, of course. So it's mainly a time thing because of everything I do. Where do you get CVD data from? AGGR, this chart here. So the bullish CVD now played out. More info can be found if you go to my YouTube channel and you go to videos and you then look for CVD. That's the search term, CVD. That is when you will find the video where you get all the info, or in Discord, you go to the Good to Know channel. Good to Know channel, there's a one pager here, also with the video, plus the link to the website and my template for Bitcoin. And you also have Ethereum and Solana here made by Dario. Maybe we end the stream at 45k. Oh man, John, I'm getting hungry, eh? I've been online for 3 hours and 10 minutes now. Can't stick around forever. Oh, should have time to live stream at a better moment, no? But this would have been very late for me to go live, 4 p.m. I mean, I do write afternoon on the banner of the channel. 4 p.m. is still afternoon, my time zone. But I try to be online usually between 1 and 2-ish. Maybe occasionally, depending on the price section, we could go live a little bit earlier or later. But yeah. Does anyone automated strategy tester on TradingView? I don't know any. Love data and programming your content and community. Wait, I love data and program your content and community. Well, yeah, thanks, B channel. Thanks again for supporting the channel, but also I really enjoy hearing that you value the content in gold as well, and up to diamond, where there's a lot more stuff. There's a lot more going on as well. So member train, yeah, there's 2. I don't know what was it? Fan funding. Tom Okan B channel. Tom Okan and a B channel, yeah. And it's also silver, gold, diamond. There you go. We finished the podium. I mean, we don't have. It's not bronze, silver, gold, but you know what I mean. 8 more likes. Where are we at now? 95. Hey, Mark. 5 more. Could let folks know that anyone that joins them, if they have an asset they want counted, I will review the chart for them. Wow. And there you go. This is so anyone in diamond watching now, give John 10 different charts. No, if you need a count on a certain chart, you can tag John or you can tag me, and we'll have a look, of course, as we always do. But thanks, John. That's very kind of you. Eating is overrated. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Good day, Brendan Hullas. Thanks for all the energy and the time. May I ask, first of all, welcome, Brendan. Thanks for being here. May I ask, when one establishes a divergence, can one conclude the divergence at a close of a candle, and what determines the target? I think the best way for me to answer this is using CVD, because that's the divergence I keep an eye on during the videos. And then I'll probably use the one-pager, as everything in the one-pager is pretty much answering the question. So we have the one-pager here, right? A little bit of an explanation at the top on what CVD is, right? And I do want to see your question just to make sure I answer it. Can one conclude the divergence at a... Yeah, so with CVD divergences, it's the close of a candle and the wicks are taken into account. So it's not close to close, it's not just the body. You also use the wicks and it's the candle close. Yes, so the moment a CVD divergence is only valid if the candle closes and you have the divergence, right? Of course, CVD, like any other tool, should be used in confluence with other tools, right? It's just one of the ones that one can use. At support and resistance areas, it's very interesting. Now, what we're then looking for, bullish-wise, is we want a higher low in price, but a lower low on the CVD. And in the video, the CVD video I have on my channel, which is also in a one-pager, I explain a bit more about what absorption is and why this is tradable, preferably, compared to exhaustion. Higher low in price, lower low on the CVD pretty much means there is more sellers in the retracement you have here. There's more people selling because CVD shows market buying, market selling. So there's more people selling because on CVD there's a lower low. However, price is not moving below the previous low. Now, of course, when you are at support, this is interesting. And then the moment the candle closes, you got some good CVD divergences, 1, 3, 5, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour, whatever the time frame is, but best used on lower time frames. You have the potential for an entry, of course, in confluence with other tools you use, right? Other stuff. And then once price takes out the high, so the in-between takes out this high, that is when the bullish CVD divergence played out. And then either price continues or it goes back or whatever. It doesn't matter anymore. The bullish CVD has played out. Other way around with the bearish CVD, lower high on price, higher high on the CVD. More people are buying the second leg up here, but price does not manage to get above the high. So there's a certain absorption going on. Market longs are being absorbed by market shorts. Just like with the bullish scenario, market shorts are being absorbed by market longs, right? And then we're looking for the candle to close, la-di-la-di-la, and then the bearish CVD played out if price takes this low. And then whatever happens next. Not every CVD divergence is tradable, right? Else it would be a golden indicator. But you should use it in the context of where price is. Support, resistance, the other tools that you use. And I think it is, for me, and this I'm biased, but I have used many indicators as well, the best indicator one can use. For me. But this is a bias because I know RSI can be very profitable and anything can be incredibly profitable. But for me personally, this is the way to go. This is what I like to use myself and keep an eye on as well. That's why I also show it in the videos. Yeah. So the target is the moment CVD played out. What's up, B Team Crypto? Which am I talking about? I don't know what Bittensor is. Dover River, Dover Riviere. I don't know what Bittensor is. So I won't be able to answer your question, I'm afraid. Thanks for at least mentioning the technical output. I appreciate it. I come home, Kun is still live. Yo, Mr. Friends, yo, it's a marathon. Holy moly. Brendan, it's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. Everyone probably know what I'm going to say, but it's time for me to have lunch, late lunch. It's almost dinner time, geez. But at least have some lunch and make sure that I do some other business-related stuff as well. Go to the gym later as well. So B channel, by the way, indeed, B channel has been using CVD very effectively. So yeah, B channel, good stuff. But everyone here, thanks for being here. John, last comment here is to not be biased towards longs above 40. I just want clowns who aim to short fundamentals. Yeah, let's see what price is gonna give us. Well, let's see what price is gonna give us. So everyone, thanks for being here. Thanks for being around. The past 3 hours and 18 minutes, we covered a lot of stuff. At least we had a little bit of action. So that's good. Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for all your questions as well, because without your interaction during the live stream, there's not too much to talk about, even though it probably won't be quiet as I just talk about price action. But still, you know, it makes it fun for me and hopefully fun for you as well. So the next update is 7 p.m. Central European time, which is only in 2 hours. So let's see what price is going to give and if there's a lot of change compared to what we did at the beginning of this live stream, where the analysis started at the 9-minute mark. So yeah, thanks everyone. Hey, Isaac Harris, first comment, I believe. Thanks for being here. Another Dutchie. And I'm going to catch you at the next one.